girls with their nails done now. Girls with their nails done. I like the girls with their nails done. Girls with their nails done. Girls with their nails done now. Girls with their nails done. I like the girls with their nails done. Girls with their
How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to another stream. Hopefully everybody's having a wonderful, beautiful day. How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to another live stream. Hopefully everybody's having an amazing, wonderful, beautiful day. I got some bad news to hit you guys with. So first of all, hello, how's it going? Hopefully everybody is honestly having a great one. Zdarova, Void, hello, how's it going? We got a hurricane coming up into my area. Not right now, but in the next few days. I need to figure out what day it's supposed to hit landfall, or at least what day it's supposed to actually just hit US, and in which direction trajectories are gonna go, how bad is it gonna be, and is it gonna clip me on the coast. So, it's gonna be interesting. Father's Day is in Australia? Is that what it is? Yo, what's up? How's it going, man? Why is it? I hope you're having a good one. 7 a.m. What? That early? Oh yeah, it is actually that early. You guys actually in a whole another day now, huh? Oh my god. That's crazy. Yo, But yeah, I got a hurricane happening. I need to figure out when it's gonna happen. Last time there was a hurricane, we didn't have power for like 6 days or something like that. So hopefully today's duels give me enough footage to get some motherfucking videos cranked out for the day. Yo, let's get the music back up and running, boys. Let's go. I'm just gonna log on. We're logging on NA today, boys. Logging on NA today. But with Classic World of Warcraft, at least I have something to make videos on, you know what I mean? So honestly, if it's looking really bad hurricane-wise, I should be able to make a bunch of videos, so you guys should be all good to watch something in case my power goes out, or if there's gonna be like a lot of fallen trees or whatever it might be. Because last hurricane, dude, it gave me like what, 4 to 5 days of no power. It was rough. It was actually rough. I wasn't happy about it. I wasn't happy with it, man. It was ridiculous. So hopefully this one won't be that bad. I don't want to get myself like stressed about it now just because we don't know where the fuck is it gonna go. Everybody says better safe than sorry, but you know what? I just don't want to get myself stressed yet. You know what I mean? Anyway, boys, I'm riding Miami. I'm gonna get slammed. I'm ready though. Yo, see, Mark, hopefully you're staying good, my man. The videos for you unless you play on EU. Gotcha, kid. You kidding me, right? Dude, I won't even be able to get... Oh, my God. Oh, God damn it. Any groups? Yo, if you guys want to start making groups over on the NA, you guys are more than welcome to. We're going to need some groups here, boys. Help me out here, man. Help me out. Prepare for the hurricane by getting me some quality footage. Братуха, привет. Есть вопрос. What's up? Здорово, вечер, как дела? У меня как бы ураган здесь через несколько дней. Ну, вопрос давай вопрос. We'll be thinking of you, members. Wishes, yo, it hasn't hit yet. I'm just saying I'm gonna be having to prepare, and hopefully the preparation will pay off. That's all I'm saying. There's gonna be a moment where I'll just need to put work into videos to get them like ahead of time, you know what I mean? So that means usually I like to cover updates for classes and stuff. That's my favorite thing to cover. So if let's say power goes out and I won't have the ability to cover classes and stuff, I better have some videos ready, you know what I mean? So it's gonna be interesting. But I'm basically just want to load up. At least I know I can get a 5v5 1v1 duels for every single day of the week for the next week. Like I can just preset them up ahead of time, you know what I mean? But like the videos in the mornings, that's gonna be a toughie. I could just do it all classic vanilla leveling experience. I could preset him and just keep pushing him far back every day that we don't have the hurricane. So when the hurricane hits us, the video that'll be up or something. You know what I mean? 65 neck. What talents you pick? Yo, how's it going? Yo, questions for talents. Okay, let me get you that. Wowhead, Azeroth, Essence, Calculator. Alrighty, is there like an Essence calculator right now? Yo, there is one, right? Yo, you guys in NA, start making some groups, boys. See what, you know what's up. Let's do one for Azeroth Essence calculator. I guess we got one for Rogue, yeah? Rogue, Outlaw. If you're playing Outlaw, for single target, condensed life force, every single time. For your off, you're gonna go with Lucid. Lucid is gonna give you that energy and versatility at rank 3. For your last one, you got a third. If you are full single target, pure single target Crucible. However, if you want to play Outlaw for Mythic Plus is where most people want to play the Outlaw, you're gonna go for Blood of the Enemy in main. If you have it at rank 3, if not, then you will go for the Meme Beam with the Essence of Focusing Iris. And then you're gonna need something for AoE with Crucible. So then you're gonna go with Conflict of Strife for rank 3. Is this zoomed in? Oh, it is zoomed in a little. What the hell? Yeah, you gotta go with Conflict of Strife in your offhand. If you are Assassination, however, single target, condensed, lucid, and I'm pretty sure Assassination also does Crucible. Let me check, make sure. Let me check. Assassination, Essences. I know for AoE it's a little different, or for burst situations. Lucid and Iris actually no. So for single target, you're gonna go Iris in the third slot for single target. If you're playing the bursty build, you can play this fun bursty build with Blood of the Enemy, and you're gonna still go with Memory Lucid And you're gonna go with Vision of Perfection. So you're gonna be able to line up Vendetta with a Blood of the Enemy a lot. That one actually is a lot of fun. However, if you want to play AoE for Assassination, you have to go Iris. You don't have enough AoE damage, so you have to go Iris. And also you're gonna go Conflict of Strife in your AoE here, and still gonna go Lucid. Lucid is basically just a standard for 80 spec. But here we go, my man. Let's have a couple ideas for you, alrighty? Alrighty, boys, let's get some motherfucking groups going today. Dalaran, какой самый сильный класс 1-1? What's the best class for 1v1? Я думаю, самый сильный класс будет это или Feral Druid, или Monk. Ask me what class do you think is going to be the best for 1v1? I said a Feral Druid, or maybe like a Monk. Like a really good Monk. Like a really good Monk. I think it would be really solid. I had my Father's Day this morning. Everyone's sleeping. You got to see 5v1. Hell yeah, dude. What's up, man? Another day, another sweet old lovely DH video. What's up, hi, Dad? What's up, Bath? How you doing, my man? Hope you're having a good one, my dude. For Mythic Plus, yeah. For Mythic Plus is out. They're going to go Blood of the Enemy main, Vision of Perfection, and... No. Blood of the Enemy in the main, Lucid in the second slot, and in the last slot, you're going to go for that versatility increase with Conflict and Strife. If, however, you don't have that one... I think Purification Protocol is okay too. The AoE damage you can do is alright. Did I have 5 and alley? Perfect, man. Perfect, boys. Откуда ты знаешь русский? Родился в России. Evgen asked me, how do you know Russian? I said I was born in Russia. Спасибо за видео. Интересно смотреть. На здоровье, на здоровье. Хорошего стрима, Dalaran. Like, yeah, he said, yo, good stream, Dalaran. Liking it. Yo, what's up, man? How you doing? Boris, full horde group. Let's go, boys. We got ourselves a full horde group, boys. Let's go. I like it. I like that a lot. I like that a lot. Let's go, boys. Give us some of the best duels that NA has to offer, man. I gotta get the best of the footage. I got a hurricane coming. So for whatever reason, my power is gonna be out. I want to make sure I got videos for days in case the hurricane hits. You know what I mean? Dude, I'm gonna be rendering. I'm gonna be pumping out so many videos. I honestly might just get all my rendering done tomorrow. Like, take a day off Sunday just to make sure. When is this hurricane even gonna come in? I kind of want to know. When is it supposed to make landfall where the fuck I am, right? Let's track it. It's a category 4. That's pretty explosive, man. It's pretty heavy. Alright, so it should be getting to that category 2 Wednesday at 2 p.m. So Wednesday, Thursday, Friday is going to be a bit of a tough day. And then it's supposed to be, what is this? Is that still category 2? Is this category 1? I'm clicking on this thing to see it. Category is still 2. Thursday should be passing. So Friday it should be chill. Okay, so Wednesday and Thursday are going to be the weird days. Thursday is going to be the big one. Unless it changes trajectory, and then I might be set. Fuck. Okay, well I have a couple days to figure this shit out. Okay, I have days at least. So I definitely want to get my duels out of the way probably like Sunday. I might just like, yeah, the next few days if I take them off for whatever reason, boys, is just hurricane prep. You know what I mean? Trying to make sure the windows don't get shattered when the fucking winds are blowing. Good morning, Alanina. Yo, boys, we need 2 more on the Alliance on NA. They're joining for some motherfucking duels, boys. Close to midweek, I think. Close to midweek. Yeah, it's gonna be something, man. It's gonna be something. Like Mary Poppins. I wish, Witcher. I wish, dude. No, I'm probably just gonna be playing video. I'm pretty sure by the time it's category 2, power should still be fine. I should be able to at least play video games. Internet might be out, but I might just be able to still play something on my PC and just. That's what I've done with most hurricanes. I've just been playing games while the hurricane is happening. I just kept myself busy. Because there's nothing you can do, so I just play games. Fuck it. Except the one last hurricane, last year, it was the worst one through my area. And it knocked out the power for like 5 days. Actually, my area where I was, there's power around us by day 3. Like everybody else was getting power, but in our area, for some reason, like they decided to... It's like some gerrymandering garbage, but basically they were like, okay, so the top half of where I live, top half is going to be like this grid, and the bottom half is going to be this grid. technically, where I live is on the top half, but somehow it still is part of the bottom. It just like, it does a weird loop-to-loop, but it just encompasses my area, man. And I'm like, so the top half got all the fucking lights and shit happening, there's AC, and the bottom half is just fucking lazy. They're lazy. Taking the sweet time, just getting power. Dude, parking lots around me were lit up with buildings that are nobody's inside those buildings. AC's blasting. And I'm like, motherfucker, can I get some AC in my goddamn house? You got fucking stores with lights on, parking lots with lights on for stores and shit. Lights everywhere. My fucking house, I can't get a goddamn fucking light bulb work, man. What the fuck? It was the worst. So hopefully this one won't be that bad. We're gonna be hit by... Was it category 4 that we got hit, or category 3? I don't remember that shit. Because it's gonna be cat 2 by then, and it should be that bad really. Friggin' house in particular. Dude, it's the fucking worst, man. No groups on Horde rip. We got one. We got us some boards for the group. I was in a Rick and Harvey category 4. The one I'm talking about is Florence. That was really fucking bad. Was Florence category 4 last year, or what was it? Harvey's fucking bad though, dude. I remember Harvey. Fuck Harvey. Unless your name is Harvey, then you're beautiful. But if your name is if you're a hurricane and your name is Harvey, fuck Harvey. Wait, Dal, where you at? In the house. For now. Let's get it. Yo, I'll fucking go. Dude, I'm in a house. That's all you guys need to know, okay? And hopefully that house is still there by the time the hurricane is over. Alright, Boris and Seawork, let's get it go, boys! Give me the best of the best! Starting out with the Blades Edge Arena! That's my favorite! That's actually my favorite! Which used to be down sewers. Actually, used to be a little bit of down sewers than the Grand, because the Grand, I loved it. And that was this one. What do we got today? We got ourselves Gretchen playing that Arms Warrior. Oh, that's a bold move, Cotton. Hopefully it pays off. Coming in as an Arms Warrior in Team Red with Orcas playing, I want to say Fire Mage, because everybody's fire nowadays. We got Pedro playing that Feral. We got ourselves P-Blood. Hopefully it won't actually be P-Blood by the end of this, and Vex. And on Team Below, we got Team Alliance with Seawark going in first. I want to say as Arcane. Then we got ourselves Jade Soldier on Fury Neil as Arms as well. Peachy on that Feral, and Silver Void on a Beast Mastery Hunter. I like it. That's like quite a bit of a run. We haven't seen BM in a while. Two Arms Warriors. I want to see both of those guys fight each other, honestly. That's what honestly, I want to see two warriors fight each other. Battle of the Warriors, dude. The Duel of the Ages. That's exactly what I want to see today, dude. Can we get those guys going first or something? That'd be fucking hilarious, man. Alrighty. Let me go to the mix. Here we go. Beautiful, beautiful. What do we got first? Is it Gretchen? It's gonna be Gretchen up first versus Jade Soldier. So it's gonna be a little bit of a Fury versus Arms at the beginning. Hopefully Gretchen has a bit of an easier time here. Look at this man. Look at this man, ironclad in Zandalari gear. Looking good. Versus Jade, man. Human versus Orc. That's gonna be the battle of the ages, man. Good luck and have fun, everybody, with the first duel over in the NA. Get some poggers in the chat, yo, Witcher. Get some poggers in the chat for Witcher, boys. It's gonna be Gretchen getting that charge off onto Jade in the opener. Gonna go for the Sharper Blade off the bat. Is he gonna go for a defensive stance right now? But is he gonna go for big damage? Hasn't gotten a War Breaker yet. Jade's only taking some damage, but that healing reduction is huge. Gonna be a trinket out of Gretchen immediately with a Blaze Storm to follow as Jade got himself some cooldowns rolling. Jade rocking the trinket from Underrun. He's actually gonna go for a big healing build, and Gretchen is gonna go for that big parry. Jade still holding on to his defenses. So Gretchen was already playing his hand maybe a little bit early. Zerka's raging out of the fear, not letting Jade Soldier get himself any charges. Gonna go for a bit of an avatar. Needs to get him close to that execute. That Mortar Strike should still be huge. Big heal coming out for Jade Soldier right now. Gretchen doesn't have a way against it. Doesn't have a disarm or nothing. Huge heal for Jade. Even that chick can get him to proc right now. He gets an execute off of Gretchen. I feel like Gretchen probably should have held back some cooldowns. Demon Pop commanding shout. That's the defensive he was waiting on. But it's to just go out there and just go on full ham blast. Probably could have played that a little bit slowly. That's for sure. And Jade get himself a little bit of food. Is it still eating? I mean, something's going up. So I guess there's that. Yeah. It's still going up. I crashed. Oh, Jade crashed. Oh, no. Oh, no. That's awkward. That is really awkward. Alright, try to get back in, dude. Try to get back in. 40k crit on heals on Lewell. Is that what he got? Is a 40k crit heal? Are you kidding me? That's still from the trinket? It's so huge. That's huge. Alright, it's okay. P-Blood is just chilling. We got a soda that we can open up, boys. We got a cold one. Ah, hell yeah. What's up, Vector? How you doing, my man? Harvey's coming for you now personally, dude. Get the hell out of here. Harvey can back the hell out. It's going to be Jade coming back in, but his bar is going to be a little bit grayed out. But you know this man is a warrior. Look at this man, Ironclad. Going to get a trinket out a little bit early versus P-Blood. It's going to go for a bit of a cycle. Trying to trinket onto Jade. Not going to have any kind of self-heal except for the flame. So that is what he's rolling for this duel. He's going to go for a full self-heal build, putting himself a heal and a hot over time. Looks like he still has dots, however. Trying to go for a bit of food, but that's going to be cheap shot DR'd fully. So he's going to be able to get a stun of his own onto P-Blood, and hopefully maybe some big damage. That's going to be Blood. Going to go for that big vendetta. Trying to go for the blood. Trying to go to get some blood out of Jade. Jade is going to get himself a bit of a heal fear onto Blood. He's going to chicken out of it. Trying to cap off Jade. Looks like Jade was keyboard turning? What was that? Just literally keyboard turning, hoping that Tricky keeps him alive. Neil is going to get himself a Warbreaker onto P-Blood. Chicken's out of that stun, trying to continue to get some damage in. That's going to be some huge yobs by the Guardian of Azeroth charging at P-Blood. And that Guardian is actually getting big spikes in. Going to be a big leap for Neil. That's going to be Shadow Step by P-Blood. He's walking back into the Guardian of Azeroth. Actually, he's trying to go a counteroffensive against the Warrior, but that's going to be a Blade Storm. Still has a bleed rolling onto P-Blood with a blind to follow. He sees that the blind is there, but the Guardian is not going to let him reset. Look at him, just spiking. The guy's not going to catch a reset. Stun coming out. Neil could actually maybe see if he can cap off on him. Is he going to go for the big execute damage? Does someone to be blood on the mark for death into a charge right after, has himself in a defensive stance. Still is bleeding down. Get a shot coming in. Neil doesn't have a defensive for this. Didn't pre-defensive this early. Blood barely has any health. Fear to follow. There's going to be a big sharpened blades, and that's going to be execute maybe available. Does hit him with a big bleed, and it still has a parry available for the next guy. That's going to be a Feral next. Pedro getting a nice fatty opener. Neil should be able to get himself a little bit of a heal though. There's a Stormbolt. That's it, man. That's all he had. But at least he played that rogue, man. Arms Warriors don't really have too much of like a capability to just keep going back to back to back. But he just played that rogue, man. That was a perfect picture, perfect everything. Tit for tat with all the cooldowns that he had for him, man. See, we're getting Feral out actually with a little bit of that AoE. I don't even know how he got that off. It's going to be Chicken out of Pedro to interrupt Cyclone, to interrupt the Great Pyro onto Seawork. He tried to go for a Cyclone, but a Bash is going to cancel it out. That's where Pedro is able to finally get all his bleeds up and running. It looks like he's just satisfied with the bleeds that he has. He actually wants to go for a bit of a line of sight with Seawork as he's getting those fire blasts set up. And he's doing quite a number of damage there. Gonna be a bit of a shield for Pedro. Seawork trying to go for a polymorph. Not really sure what he was expecting out of the poly. He can't really poly a Feral. Maybe he was expecting for him to come out and try to get a self-heal. So maybe that's what Seawork was trying to go for. Scorches are coming in as the Ferals are super low. His fur is gonna get scorched up. Pedro get himself massive heals with that renewal and Swiftman, and Seawork not looking that good. Got himself a little bit of a self-heal with that Crucible Flame. But he can't really go super offensive quite yet. The bleeds are doing quite a number. He's just gonna sit down and eat food immediately. The bench is going to definitely want to get up there. Is going to try to see if he can interrupt. Get it caught out in breath into a polymorph. See if I actually is able to land a full poly. He's going to be able to go for Greater Pyro and Ring onto Pedro, who power shifted. Probably shouldn't have power shifted at all. That's going to be almost a freeze. Didn't quite happen. It's going to be able to duck under the bridge and try to run away from Seawork. How did that freeze not work? Did it take a second for it to activate or something? That was just incredible. That was actually incredible. I feel like that should have hit. Seawork just gonna have to sit up above again, maybe get himself some food. Pedro's gonna go for full reset, man. That Feral reset, 6 minutes in, is not gonna be able to catch him. Just actually not gonna be able to catch him. Seawork either got two options: either pick up the eyes or wait for the Feral. He's gonna be not being proactive. Just gonna pick up, just gonna go up above. Just needs to get himself a bit of a reset with Pedro. He's gonna get opened up. And Pedro wants to go for full setup. This way he's going for the big bleeds, big bites. Palmer trying to come out for Seawork. Pedro does not want to come out of form. He's going to get breath into a polymorph. Actually, no, he didn't trinket it. He just broke out of... it looks like the breath just kind of broke on its own. Wall for Pedro right now as he's getting some big damage into Seawork as well. That's going to be a stun. His in card comes out. Seawork is going to go for a bit of a Ring of Frost. Couldn't quite catch the Feral in it. Is going to go for a bit of a self-heal with that Crucible Flame. Still try to cut the Feral into this if he can. I would have went for a bit of a... I would have went for a Greater Pyro or something at that point. See if he maybe will Skull Bash at you through the ring. And Seawork is playing super defensive right now. Just trying to bail the hell away from the Feral. Needs to cut him around just a little bit. Big bite. Trying to see if he can maybe... Might just have to ice block this. Yep. is gonna have to ice block on that cauterize. Pedro get himself some freebie heals. This is putting Seawork in such a bad situation. Pedro also has a trinket backup, one more wall available if needed. Bash onto Seawork too. Has a trinket for it though. Temporal coming in, but is that Temporal gonna be enough? Dropping down to meet you. It's gonna go for big damage on the Pedro. Huge damage. Cyclotronic, massive crit. You're saying Pedro somehow was able to stop the Cyclotronic, or was that Seawork cancel his own Cyclone? Can't tell, but it looks like Seawork is out of options right now. Trying to get a couple of last Pyroblasts in there. Couldn't quite do it. And Pedro does get to get out of this scot-free. Silent Void tried to burn that camo, but tried to sprint at Pedro, not letting him reset. Stun coming out immediately, triggered for Pedro as he catches some line of sight with a bestial pet. Silent has a lot of potential damage, but still needs to get those kill commands in. Also needs to get that pet to get beefed up. He needs to get the frenzy rolling ASAP. That pet is doing quite a decent amount of auto attack damage, but still with a faster auto attack speed, that would be a lot more value for sure. And Silent, he's just running circles around this guy, trying to get some value damage. Does have Lucid working for him as well to get a lot of resources. But Pedro so far has been able to LOS the Hunter the whole time, not let him get any single kill command or beef up the pet. So far he's been able to outrun him, even re-stealthing. He's been able to lie, but no! Runs into a full setup with all the traps in that one corner and has to go for a bit more of a heal setup. It looks like everybody on team. Why is everybody leaving? What? Why is everybody leaving? Hello? Everybody literally left. Except for Silent. Literally everybody left. Why is Pedro rolling some kind of a busted trinket or something? Hello? Hello? Oh my god. Cyclotronic onto Pedro as he's gonna get a wall up and running. Silent, last man standing somehow out of nowhere. Just trying to get whatever bit of damage he can versus Pedro. Pedro still has some plenty AoE damage, but he's out of cooldowns. Bash onto Silent, he has a trinket for it. He's going to get himself a wall up and running as well with a bit of a pet heal. So he's got himself plenty of defense, still has Turtle, and Pedro is just going to try to see if he can line himself up a big bleed. Cyclone onto Silent, no, right before he hits it, is going to be a freezing trap immediately. And Pedro's gonna bail out behind the corner for a second, trying to get himself a bit of a heal at 9 minutes in. Still trying to see if he can just survive this long enough. Tar trap coming in. Solid, still holding onto a turtle. See, if he ever needs a defensive, he's gonna be Peachy. Speaking about Peachy, where the hell did Peachy go? Yeah, what happened to Peachy? I have no idea, Jade. It looks like Peachy just got DC'd or bailed or something. Probably DC'd, man. Probably DC'd. Walked away from the keyboard for a second and the game thought he was AFK completely. Stuff like that happens. Camo for Solid. That's actually going to be a full reset at 9 minutes in. Oh my god. Yo, Paige is just forcing people to leave, dude. What the hell is that? Oh my god. Enrage Regen killed him for a third of his HP, one hit, and Spore Pause did more damage to me than most spells. How much damage did you get hit for, Gretchen? With the Spore Pod trinket? How hard does that thing hit? I was pretty sure that that trinket wasn't a hard hitter, but it was more a heal trinket than anything. Silent's just like at this point, yo, come at me, dude. Yo, come at me. Petro is just standing, he's wasting his time behind a wall with those hots. He just letting time pass by while he gets a full regen. Got a trinket back up with a renewal, with a wall. So he literally had like a full rogue worth of reset. This way he's going to be able to go for big damage. Got the rip and rake and everything. Big bite onto Silent. Lots of damage just dropping down. Silent is going to go for a bit of damage himself. Is that going to be a Void Elf Rachel maybe? Let's say just a Void Elf Rachel buff for the damage, but not a Void Elf Rachel for mobility. Try to get a Cyclotronic, but it's going to be a Skull Bash immediately. Silent could go for maybe a bit of a reset with Pedro. That's going to be definitely a trinket. He could go for a Freezing Trap and then follow up with a Stun Freezing Trap coming out. Trinkets out of it immediately. Is he going to pre-wall this? Should probably pre-wall. Does pre-wall, expecting the stun at that point, but Silent has to pop a Turtle Shell playing hyper defensive right now. Still could go for a stun, but he just does not have a setup on Pedro at all. Stun comes in, but is the pet beefed up? Is he having any damage? No cooldowns available. He's able to get some damage into Pedro, but with all the Haas that he has, with the feral healing, there's just nothing he could do. Skull Bash just to catch up to the Hunter. As he gets himself a bit of Lucid, he still does go down 3 minutes in. What happened, boys? How did everybody leave? Did everybody get to play on Team Blue? I know that Jay got to play. And then it was Seavark. And then it was the Hunter. Beachy got AFK. Who else was there, actually? Was that it? Where'd my team go? I know, right? I have no idea, dude. I have no idea. I don't know if I had a full setup. Alright, boys. Let's get a new one going. If you guys want to make some groups, you guys are more than welcome to. Or if you want to join groups, you're more than welcome to. The way you do that is player versus player, premium group, custom PvP. If you want to find a group and hit 5, enter on the keyboard in the custom search on Alliance as well as Horde in order to find yourself a group. Get a new group of 5 or I'd see work. I'll queue up in a bit. But if you guys go 5, enter, you should be able to see a group. If you don't see one, you can always start a group called something like 5V5 1V1 DUELS. And just hit less group, and that's it. Get 4 people in to make sure you have a 5-man group. Add me on Real ID. Let me know in the chat that you guys got a group, and I'll get you guys queued in, okay? Alright, boys, let's get a new one going. Let's get a new one going. I guess we're gonna go Seavark versus Boris again. Boris, let me know when you're ready. Oh my god. I already have plenty packs. The only water though, no soda. Okay, well I'll enjoy soda before the hurricane hits. But thank you, Cran. Thank you so much. No, dude, I would love to, dude. I would love to. That would be so cool, man, to be the end goal. Yo, can we get a hashtag Cran for being a goddamn beauty? Getting me some funds to prepare for the hurricane. Gonna grab plenty of water with that money. Thank you so much, Cran. Appreciate you. Beautiful. And then we got Nolden as well. Hashtag Nolden, boys. Hey, bro, no joke, but you should work at the Ruin tournament for Blizzard. Really enjoy your voice, yo, man. I'm glad you do. At least someone does, because I wake up in the morning, I'm like, oh man, I sound like an ass. Making a pre-bet. Alright, Grizzle sounds good. And we got a 4 out of 5 for Boris. Should I go try Arcane? Arcane Hill is pretty bad now, but I can do quite a lot of damage. Yo, Seawork, if you want to play some Arcane, man, do you, dude. Play whatever spec you have more fun with, man. Hashtag Cred. Hashtag Nolden, boys. I appreciate you guys. All those donos are gonna go into making sure I have plenty of gas, plenty of water, plenty of food to prepare to bunker down for this hurricane, dude. I don't know how bad it's gonna be, but we'll have to wait and see. New Warrior ready? Alright, let's get ourselves Boris back up with Seavark. Seavark and Boris. Let's go, boys. Get in there, man. Get in there. Yeah, Seavark, play whatever spec you want to make. Girls got 3 out of 5. Perfect. If Girls wants to get a group up and run, we can do the man. May just kind of flops right now as all 3 specs, so F it. Man, if you want to play an off spec or something, more than welcome to. Send it again. Let me leave and resend. It's probably going to get bugged. Might have to do this a couple of times. It's going to get bugged. It is going to get bugged. Is it bugged? It's bugged. Okay. Doing it again. We'll see if it works. Wait. Fuck. Okay, 1 left. Alright, we'll wait. We'll wait. Oh no. We'll wait. Hey, Dal made a pre-made I'm Phoenix on your friends list. Hey, man, if you want to hit me up with real ID message, let me know how many people you got in your group. You're more than welcome to. Unless you're Grizzle. And that guy hit me up already. How you doing, my man? Hope you're having a good one, dude. Wait, unless you're EU, and then you're probably on EU trying to make a group or something. Yeah, we'll eventually get this going. Yo, Boris, get yourself +1 and we're done. We're set, dude. Gallywix is Fairbanks Horde. My friend. We got Grizzle with 4 out of 5. Yo, Grizzle might be the first one to go, man. Yo, whatever class of spec you want to play, man. If you want to try a different class in general, you're more than welcome to, my guy. You're more than welcome to. I just try to get as many good footage as I can, man. But it's also remember to enjoy ourselves, boys, and have some fun. Okay, ready? All right. I'm the one that said I was Phoenix. That's my old ID. Okay, I got you, man. Yo, you guys know I'm really bad with names, man. So if I get your names wrong, remember you have name Grizzle on Real ID, Phoenix on chat. No wonder I'm confused. Invite spectator, match Boris and Seavark. Hopefully this will work this time. Vaults used to be absolutely insane. Arcane is still somewhat is. Yo, Sasha, do you know Vaults? Can we get Vaults into one of these duels? I remember that everybody will talk about how amazing Vaults is at Arcane. Does he play anymore? I'd love to get one of those gladiator dudes in here, dude. All these gladiator boys in here, man. Alright, boys, switch. What do we got today? We got ourselves Team Red with Orcas. Gonna go for a bit of a Snorkus. We got Petro as a Feral going back. Dude, he's been dominating, man. Petro every time he joins in as a Feral. Can't tell if it's because he's Feral or can't tell if it's because he's good. I want to say it's because he's a good player. A good Feral is always good. P Blood coming back. We also got ourselves Thigh God And we got Vux. How's it going to play yet so far? Maybe we'll get a chance this time. We got Seamark on Team Red. Played that Arcane. Peachy as the Feral. Saragars on the Frost DK. Valorant as a Red. And Zap coming in as that enhancement. Shaboy. We'll see how Zap does. It looks like he's going to be going up first. Playing that enhance. Bold move, Cotton. Let's see if it pays off. What kind of a setup do you go for? Are you going for that one-shot blood of the enemy, trying to make enhance a burst spec, or are we going for like a little bit of a crucible, long-term game? What are we going for? It looks like they want to go for the auto duel. Thygod going up first as an unholy Death Knight. Honestly, the best spec for PvP in all BFA so far. And Zap already getting that opener, getting the Maelstrom rolling. Thygod's still running in place. Gonna go for early AMS. Might have wanted the AMS a little bit later. Zap is juking his way out of here. That's gonna be strangulate. He's still just waiting for the army of dead to attack him, but he's gonna go for the wall. Going for the wall. Gonna go for the stun on all the pets. Does land a stun on Thygod. Blood of the enemy. Is he gonna go for big damage? Big thunder. Huge damage coming out. Huge crits through Thygod. Defenses, no AMS available. He can't actually stop this damage, but Zap's health is not looking that good either. Sage and Chicken coming out. Both of these guys are super low. Thygod gonna go for massive heal while he's got it. Zap's still able to get some range damage on him. He's healing through those necrotics. ASAP gonna be a stun coming out by the pet, but Zap's health is way above Thygod. Thygod needs to recover. Starting to get those big death strikes in. Zap just needs to get himself a massive crit or massive healing. He needs to go for either sustain or go for a big setup. Thygod is actually bailing the hell out of the Zap. Can go for heals while in Ghost Wolf. Thygod is the one that needs to get back at him right now, and that's exactly what he's going. He's running after him. He's trying to see if he can get some of that health from him from death strikes, and Zap is just going to go for a bit of heal while in Ghost Wolf. I honestly think Zap just survived it. Dropped Thygod super low stun coming out. Does he have a chicken for you? He does. AMS coming in, but that Thunder still does huge damage, and Storm Strikes past it. He just obliterates a Death Knight. How can Orcus go in without giving him an auto duel? Are you kidding me? Zap needs to go purging all those buffs off of Orcus immediately. It looks like he was able to try the purge or wait him out. Barely has any health. There's still lots of damage for Orcus. Is going to get interrupted on fire. Zap could go for a heal. No, he does die down to the mastery built up by Orcus. How did Orcus not give Zap an auto duel? That Death Knight got obliterated, man. That was insane. And see Orcus up next. Orcus missing that breath, but trying to recover with a polymorph. Looks like it's not going to happen. And see Orcus is just going to lock him out. Tried to go for Arcane Miss, tried to go for Ring of Frost, didn't work. Actually went for Ice Block. Orcus popping the defenses a little bit early, landing a polymorph onto Seamark, but he still finally is able to get that Greater Pyro. Seamark actually blinking past the G-Pipe before he goes off. He never let one rip, and he's trying to get the Ring of Frost onto the Mage. There's going to be another Ring of Frost trying to come out, and Seamark is just obliterating him with those Arcane Missiles. Orcus safety tree proccing right now, won't have it available for quite a bit. And Seamark just stealing every buff, every shield that Orcus has. Try to go for that Invis. Is it going to be able to? That could be Arcane Explosions. No, that's going to be Arcane Orb. Almost hits him. Arcane Explosion does get him out, and Orcus is going to get himself a shield rolling. And Seamark is going to rip that shield off of him. It looks like they're trying to juggle shields back and forth. Arcane Missiles chasing after Orcus, just completely taking him out of the game. Big barrage. That's going to be, oh, proc for the Cauda Rise, getting interrupted on fire. Or actually on Arcane, and it's going to go for damage while he's trying to get a Greater Pyro off. He's just going to blast damage back into his face. He doesn't even care. And next up is going to be P Blood. Eventually P Blood is going to turn to Blood God. Blood of the P. God of the P. I like your name, man. Seamark not even able to run away from him, not even able to reset or to get in with a Garrod and a slow Temporal coming in immediately. I was expecting lots of damage out of P Blood. Maybe Temporal a little bit early there. Probably should have waited for his shield to be down, then Temporal after, but maybe thought there's going to be huge damage out of the Rogue. That's going to be a stun onto Cyclotronic. Seamark not shaking it out of it, but that was the shortest stun in the world, it looks like. And Seamark is able to stay on P Blood, able to keep him slowed. It's actually going to back up a little bit, get that re-slow going. Smoke Bomb coming in for Blood. And it's going to try to see if he can waddle away from him and light his side. Seamark still has one more blink available, not letting this roll go anywhere. Try to see if he can get a Cloak of Shadows out of P Blood. He looks like he has a Shadow Step ready, maybe even a Mark for Earth Kidney ready. Gonna get himself a short reset for just a second. Does let it get onto Seamark, and that's gonna be a huge damage out of the Poison Bomb with a massive Envenom. And just continue to truck damage into Seamark. Temporal coming in a little bit late, but Seamark is gonna still be able to get some healing off of it. That's the important part. Blood still holding on to the Cloak of Shadows if he needs to. No more Shadow Step anymore, unless you want to use didn't use it. That's going to be blink out of Seawork. Shadow Step coming in, doesn't lock him out onto Arcane. Seawork is put in a tough situation, just needs to survive this lockout for a little bit longer. He's going to use his Crucible of Flame to heal, since that is technically a fire spell lockout. Well, he only got locked out on Arcane, and Blood is going to get behind the pillar for a second. Maneuverability giving him plenty of mobility for a sprint to suppress any kind of slows for a short moment. So it's huge for him. At least he can get some mobility out of the way. Seawork blinking a little bit too close. Doesn't want to get interrupted. Gonna get a freeze onto P Blood. And is just stripping him off of any buffs that he has. Arcane Missiles doing work. Shadow Step Kid Shark coming on. Seawork does go for an Ice Block a little bit early. It's going to be a blind out of Blood. He could go for a big Vendetta. Doesn't look like he has a Vendetta yet. Maybe he used it a little bit early. But looking like he wants to get himself a setup. Couldn't quite catch a reset with Seawork. What just happened? This man was staring right at the guy. But it still couldn't catch a re-stealth. Cloak of Shadow is getting burned maybe a little early. Then it's a Vendetta. I was expecting he didn't have Vendetta for some reason. But it looks like that's a Vendetta cooldown right there. The one that's lining up. The one that's lining up. That's huge, man. He got himself some huge setup. Polymorph coming in for Seawork from afar. As he just tried to deal with P-Blood. It's going to get interrupted onto the Polymorph. Going to go for a Cyclotronic to get some damage back into this rogue who got so much healing recently. And Seawork needs to go back to the kiting spree, dude. He needs to kite him out. He needs to keep him out in the open, but also needs to kite him out. He's going to get a blink to steal whatever buffs he has from Blood. Back to the slows, man. Back to the slows. Back to the kiting. Knocking him up in the air before he can get any kind of movement going. He needs to go for that mobility, dude. He needs to make sure he has a blink available or a back blink or anything like that. What is that back blink called? Where you can blink back to your last location. Vanish coming in for P-Blood. Getting that locked down onto Seawork. Trying to see if maybe he can get a big Poison Bomb proc here, big Envenom, double Envenom, which is going to slow Seawork down substantially. He does use his Gnome Racial in order to get himself out. That's going to be a huge Racial back in Classic, man. And Seawork, all he could really do is get a knock up onto Blood and just blinking around the guy as best as possible. Just trying to continue kiting him as best as he can. But his health is super low, doesn't have Ice Block, Trinket available soon. All he has for a heal is Crucible. And Blood is actually really giving him a run for his money. Normally, Assassination has the hardest time with an Arcane Mage, but here it's just not like it. Does land a Shadow Step, missing the kick, so it might be huge for Seawork. Is going to land a repoly. And somehow Blood keeps breaking himself out of those polys, unless Seawork is throwing some kind of a dot on him that just keeps breaking him out. Blood is just resisting all those polymorphs over and over. Smoke Bomb just to gain some distance away from Seawork, to gain some line of sight. Looking to maybe get a Shadow Step in. Stacking up the poison, stacking up the compost, getting a shot. Going to be a trick out of Seawork just to break out of that Temporal to follow. But it looks like Seawork's shield still held up. Temporal is only going to absorb a small amount of damage that came out of Blood. So maybe Seawork could have spaced those out a little bit further. And P-Blood is just continuing to stay in, man. He's popping concoctions and cooldown. It looks like he's using most of that Crucible heal on himself every single time. And Seawork having to steal it every single dang time he can. Going to be a full Vendetta available for P-Blood right now. Seawork just trying to kite it around. Cloak of Shadow is coming in. It's going to blink around and needs to wait out for the cloak for a bit longer. Does let himself an invis, which is going to give him some defensive reduction. 60% defense, but is that going to be enough against the poison damage of Blood? Blood is continuing just to truck damage to Seawork, and Seawork has nothing left. Doesn't even get a shield. Trying to go for instant casting heal, and Blood does take him out with a damage over time. Saragars taking advantage of the opportunity that Blood is out in the open. Gonna land a stun on the guy. Does the guy even have a trinket? Blood has to have a trinket, right? He doesn't even use it against Seawork at all. Blind coming in onto Saragars as he does burn his trinket. And Blood is looking to cap himself a reset. 8 minutes in, 20% dampening. It's going to be a little bit of a hard duel there, boys. Gonna be a little bit of a hard duel from here on. I never seen Assassination Rogue do as well against Arcane Mage like that before. Usually, like, Spart is the Arcane Mage in charge of this stuff. And usually he just blasts Assassination Rogue, just kites him infinitely. But he can just show you, man, as Assassination, keep your dots rolling, keep your damage over time rolling, you should be good. Saragar's throwing down that snowball. Probably shouldn't be running the snowball in a duel unless he's going up against a hunter. Because he needs to have something to bounce off of to get the big damage going. MS coming in for Saragars to deal with the damage over time. Is he going to go for big setup? Does he have a... Oh, he's still rolling the Frost Breath, man. Frost Breath did not last long enough. He ran out of running power that quickly and has to go for a death pact. Hopefully this man doesn't need any heals for a while. Gripping the rogue back in. Needs to make sure that there's Chain of Ice rolling on him at all times. That's going to be a killing shot on the Saragars while his health is still necrotic out. With a Cyclotronic making it hard, the Saragars won't even be able to get himself a heal. Necrotics do fall apart, but needs to get himself some fusion healing off of the Rogue, but the dots are melting him. Mark, that's going to be Shadow Step with an Envenom, getting a couple of those Death Strikes back in. He's still hanging in there. Next Kidney Shot is going to be the end, though. And P Blood does use a Crucible twice in a row, it looks like, to self-heal himself. This man is just going for a full self-heal build. I like it, because he's surviving. Peachy is up next as a Feral Druid. Just going to get himself a regrowth. So the next two bleeds are going to do damage. Trying to see if he can get a setup like that for his Feral. And he's kind of just letting P Blood catch a reset here, doesn't he? Looks like he is. Or let him get the opener. Ah, it does land a nice beefy swipe around the corner though. Thorns to follow. His people are going to disengage. He does, which gives Peachy the opportunity to at least catch a reset. Hopefully Peachy gets some Moonfire on the guy or something. Does catch a re-stealth in Feral form. The people did not go far. And it's going to be a Kidney Shot to reverse onto Peachy. Blood doesn't have cool. Well, he does have Vendetta. Doesn't want to burn it quite yet. And is still going to go for self-heal without Crucible whenever he can. Continuing to use it for any kind of self-healing for sustain rather than any damage opportunity. Even if his health is somewhat high. Continue to reset those dots onto Peachy, forcing him to use globals to keep cleansing himself and power shifting. But it looks like Blood, if he has a Moonfire on him, man, Peachy is just going to be able to catch a reset on him every single time. Pre-fading the opener by Peachy, but still going to be a massive rake with a big old bite. And Peachy is just going to try to reset his dots up and running. Does pre-Thorns his damage, and Blood is going to go for another Crucible heal. Cloak of Shadows for the Thorns, and is just trying to get himself a little bit of range from Peachy, even trying to run away. Saved the Trinket proccing from all the damage over time, even through Cloak of Shadows. Those dots are doing quite a number on the guy. Sapping Peachy somehow. Not even sure how the hell that happened. It's going to go for damage. Bash comes in to Peachy. How tricky he does. If he does get hit with a Kidney Blood, it's going to go for advantage just to get himself a reset. Kidney Shot onto Peachy. Peachy's going to have to trick it out of this renewal and wall up running right now. P-Blood is going to go for a self-heal. Peachy does have one more wall available, but still massive Vendetta still rolling on him. That's going to be reset onto Blood. Needs to get a big bite. P-Blood also gets a big proc into a blind onto Peachy. Could he still do this? Does he have the health? Does he have anything for this heal? He actually lands a reset and then goes down to the bleeds regardless. Peachy also had a cooldowns rolling too, but that's going to be Red Paladin next, landing a Hodge full wings because this wall keep him alive right now. Does he get a heal? He does not even a chance. Don't even stand a chance. And Valrip is up next. Boy. Yo, Robbie, my man, how you doing? That's 15 bones. It's going good, buddy. I got a Hurricane coming in a couple of days, so I'm going to need to worry about that later. But thank you so much for coming in, Robbie. I'm doing good, guy, my man. That's a big donation. How come we got a hashtag Robbie in chat showing our appreciation for the wonderful, beautiful, generous donation, man? I got a Hurricane happening in a couple of days, dude. Hurricane coming in a couple of days. Not happy about it, so I need to get my video structured. I've been stressed. I'm trying not to stress about it the best I can. How you doing, my man? Hope you're having a beautiful one. What's up, Garrett? How you doing, my man? See you in chat as well. Valrip versus Vex, and Vex is gonna land that Hodge early into Valrip, trying to get the damage rolling. Valrip still has wings, and ooh, it looks like all you guys took a number out of the duels, man. Everybody's running that Underrot trinket now, huh? Huge damage on the Vex stuck. He can't even survive it. He's gonna have to bubble this early. He's gonna go for regenerating immediately. Look at that health building up, but a 49% dampening is not quite enough. He is going to have to back up a bit. Valrip getting that shield of vengeance up a little bit early, trying to get that shield to pop. And Vextech just really honestly shouldn't want to hit that shield. Does wait it out. Valrip is going to get massive heal out of that Underrot trinket, dude. Who knew that Understank trinket was that good? Kidney Shot. Oh, no, Kidney Shot. Hodge coming in onto Vextech. Even a better than first than the Kidney Shot. And that's going to be a minute long wings for Valrip. He's just trying to end Vextech Hole's career. Is he going to be able to do this? Bob coming out. Does he have anything magical to deal through it? He just sees any ability and does get a bit of a judgment throw. It's also a holy hammer. Badger is up next. Is he going to give Valrip an opportunity to reset here? Nope, he's just going to stalk his spray. Open up. Might be a defense on our Valrip early. Might want to go for a Bob. Bubble needs to come out now, as that's going to be Thorns. And Pedro already got a massive defensive out of Valrip. Valrip does throw a hammer at him before he catches a reset. But it's going to be hard here, man. This is going to be hard. Can Valrip do this? Trying to pick up the eyes. Without a Shield of Vengeance or a Bob for a couple minutes. He might be in a bad spot. Gets a trinket out of Pedro early, as Pedro's just trying to end the game right now. Valrip could still get himself a Bob. That's plenty of time to pass. He's going to get himself a huge heal for that trinket. Decent heal is gonna get him some flashlight. Cyclone out of Pedro though, he expected it. He knew he was gonna have to stop the paladin from being able to heal, and that Cyclone does the work. That's gonna be a minute-long trick, minute-long wings coming in for Valorant. Does he get a Hodge or Pedro? Does he get to? No, he actually does not. 11 minutes left on a full wall, and Pedro is gonna go for a bit of a dance. Look at this man, Skull Bash with a bite. Valorant just had to go for that cast in the end, man. He had no other options. He was gonna try to survive. That was well done there, boys. I want to see that handsome Shelman blow to the enemy some more, dude. Let's go. I DM Bolton asked me if he wanted to play, but he said he can't because he don't want to log out of Classic. So he's not in a long queue. Yo, I feel you, dude. Dude, they gotta fix the Classic queues, man. That's not fun. I was actually thinking of leaving Fairbanks. Not like it's a plan right now, but a buddy of mine talking about maybe leaving Fairbanks for like a smaller server where you don't need to worry about the queue. He also said that Fairbanks apparently is a Alliance dominant server. I'm not sure about that yet. I need to check that for sure. But I'm a Fairbanks with Tickle. Man, is it worth leaving? I feel like... Yeah. I don't know, man. I need to think about it. Can you add me? I have a group of 5. James Lee, what's your reality, man? Let me get you in, dude. Let me get you in, bud. Let me get you in, bub. US, what is it? What is it, yo? 60? 70? This is a 70 mark. US 76. Okay, so US is behind you just a little bit. When are you gonna do more Classic, Robbie? Probably in the next few days. Probably in the next few days. I'll be down to level some more in Classic. I gotta log in super early though, just to make sure I can do stuff on Classic. You know what I mean? Gotta do a 5v5 Dynamite. You're more than welcome to it. Sav. Alright, let me see if I can find you, Sav. Yo, Grizzle, are you ready, my man? You got a group? Are you back in? Did you add me at one point or another? I hope not, because it'll be easier to add you. It's a lot easier for me to add you guys than you to add me and me having to find you. Okay, I'm gonna try it. And Jordan, you got a group too? Let me get you in. Maybe that'll do it. Hi, you got a group? 4 out of 5. Boris got a group. Grizzle, do you still have a group? Ellen Dilly? Combatant. Just hit Combatant Battle for Azeroth for the first time. On a rank of Combatant. Wait, Ellen Dilly coming back in the game? What? Have a group? Alright, Boris got a group. 5 out of 5. Perfect, Sav. How's it going, man? Dynaman, you're more than welcome to do. We got a couple different groups happening, man. We got a couple different groups happening. You're more than welcome to join either one of them because we got a hashtag Dynaman for that 2 bones dodo. My man. Thanks so much, dude. Appreciate you, my guy. Appreciate you, dude. First time, by the way. Finally hit my 1400. What? I don't understand. Earn a rank of Combatant during battle for Azeroth Season 3. By ASMR Garona. I don't understand. I'm out of the... I feel out of the loop. So Sav got a group. Boris got a group. Raven got a group. Okay, let's get Sav and Raven, I guess, yeah? I don't know if they're the same group or whatnot. We'll try that. Let's get Sav and Raven. I think you guys are different groups. Could be same groups, actually. But we'll give it a go. Zdorova. Zdorova. Who on Horde has a group I can join? There's a lot of people that make groups on Horde and Alliance, man. You can check either one, my dude. Either one works. Invite by Fire, Azeroth. Guys, you guys gotta check Real ID. You gotta check, not Real ID, but custom PvP. You gotta check custom section for 5v5 1v1 Duels. Sav Fish? I haven't seen Sav in a long while, Sashimi. I haven't seen that guy in a long bit of time, man. It's been a bit. It's been a bit. I think he's been away from the game. Maybe he's playing Classic now. I could be wrong. But I haven't seen that guy in a long while. He hasn't even been logging on recently. I don't even know what's been happening in his life, man. He's been busy doing stuff to get in trouble, you know what I mean? Twitch, what do we got today? We got ourselves Team Red with Decapitator. We got ourselves Kieri F. Carry F, we got Profesh HG, Ryukan, and Shadow. And we got on team below, we got ourselves Illuge. I don't even know how to say your name. We got Peachy, Silent Void, Sunflutter playing the balance druid, and Zap more than enhancement. Alright, Sunflutter going up first versus Decap. Oh, lagging a little? Are we lagging a little? Hopefully not, because you gotta go versus Decapitator. I mean, this man is gonna do exactly what his name says. Look at this guy. Although, I don't know, I guess a mace would be an easier, you would have an easier time decapitating people with a mace. Like, you just like, it's like a baseball, just hit it long, dude. Go for a home run, you know what I mean? Oh, my buddy's torn, working 40-hour week on leveling me. Like my 10 levels and doing content I can't do are areas that are far AF. Ah, no, Garrett. That's unlucky, man. That's unlucky. Sunflutter getting in that booming form. He wants to engage now. He wants to get in. Looks like he got some dots on the Decapitator or something. Is he going to go for a big setup here? Are we going to go for see booming plays? Strongbolt coming out in the beginning. Is he going to go for a defensive? He's going to take the damage in the beginning. And Decapitator is going to go for big heals. Sunflutter is going to go for Incarn early on. Big damage coming out. Lots of instant casts on the Decapitator. He's just going to go for a little bit of a commanding shout. Looks like Sunflutter is trying to get himself the hell out of that situation. Looks like he was going to port out or something. Lagging a little. Oh, I'm not. What? Okay, still continuing to do damage. Still getting those big star surges in. Decapitator might have to go for a bit of heal. That's going to be a bit of a reflect. Didn't reflect a single thing. As Sunflutter just went in a little bit of a defensive stance, forcing out that enrage regeneration, and is going to go for a heal. Why has got it with a renewal. Decapitator got himself a full heal. So if Sunflutter can somehow figure out a way to get past the heal that Decapitator's got and gets him low, he might be able to do here something. Thorn's coming in. Does he have anything though? I think this man got killed by lag. It looked like he had something going up. It looked like he had something setting up. Oh no! Illuge got himself stunned on that reflect as the Decapitator was bailing out. Why did Illuge pick up an eye? What? What? Why'd you pick up an eye? I gotta be in charge of the Decapitator. These casters don't even stand a chance against this Fury Warrior, man. Gonna be a bit of a Siphon and caps it out immediately. Gonna be a short fear by Illuge, but he's Zerka's raging out of it. Illuge gonna go for a bit of a damage. He's gonna go for a Greater Fade, but then breaks that Greater Fade by spamming Void Bolt. So that's a defensive kind of out of the window. Does cycle in himself Vampiric Embrace to keep that Vampiric damage going. Gonna be reflect for Decapitator and Illuge. Actually having to go for Disperse here. I don't know if he really wanted to set both of those cooldowns together, but he felt uncomfortable in that situation. Short stun onto Decapitator. He's gonna be able to get out of it with that Orc Racial. Short charge onto Illuge and a pretty big heal. Void Torn coming in. Illuge trying to maintain himself in that Void form for a little bit longer. Maybe get some big damage out of the Void form. But all he can really do right now is just try to get himself back to Void. No defenses available. Then get himself a Siphon for a second. Decapitator to swiftly take the thing out, and why is playing health, trying to go for a bit of an execute, doesn't reflect for Illuge as he tried to go for Shadowman, interrupting with Shadowman, looking to get the fat execute, and he does land it. This is for Kren LMAO. Thanks for the links. Aw. Yo, can we get a hashtag Kren then? Can we get a hashtag Kren? Garrett, my man, thank you for the dono. Can we get a hashtag Kren for being such a beauty, for helping out, Garrett? Appreciate you. Oh, Void Torn the minds here. Dude, that guy went for a bold move, you know what I mean? I love bold moves, man. I like it. Silent changing up his Mog, actually. You know what? I kind of like this Mog for Hunters. Those feathers, the Alliances stuff. I actually always thought that was better. For one of the better ones for Alliance. I think the Horde Mogs were solid for the Season 2, but that one's for Hunters I thought was really good. The other classes, not as much. Maybe the Warrior one is going to be reflect onto Silent Void, having to cancel out his own Cyclotronic, but he's continuing to pump big damage into Decapitator, even drawing out the Dire Basilisk, but Decapitator is going to do a massive Warrior's Roar and just roar that thing out of there. Silent is going to go for a Void of Racial, bailing out away from Decapitator, but that's still huge heals out of the Warrior with that Enrage Regeneration. Big leap on top of Silent with a stun to follow. Can he get himself huge Rampage going to get himself completely obliterated damage? It's going to go for a bit of a reflect in case it was going to be a Freezing Trap, but now Silent can go for a Freezing Trap guarantee on Decapitator, but instead they go for a Turtle Shell, and Decapitator turns their attention to the pet, immediately continue to build rage off of that thing, and use Bloodthirst to heal. It's going to catch Silent Void as they try to disengage away with a charge to intercept them. That's going to be a Freezing Trap right there. Decapitator has no way out of it. Oh man, look at this guy. What happened to you? Oh my god, what happened to your wrist? Look at that wrist. What is that? Look at the flick of that wrist. What the hell happened? Stunned from a mile away onto Decapitated Silent. He's just trying to get some dots and damage rolling with his slow. Decapitated is going to start hitting the pet, but getting charged stun onto Silent. Does he have the big damage? Get himself huge in rampages rolling, and that's going to be to disarm onto Silent. Looks like Decapitated is kind of waiting out for his cooldowns. Big Void Inflation coming out for Silent. He silently just moved his way out of there. Huge leap for Decapitated to catch up. All right, let's see how your wrists are looking now. Your wrists are looking good now. I don't know what happened to that animation though. What happened to your wrist? It just like twisted without the rest of your body though. Like a little awkward. Silent still continuing to get his health lower and lower and lower. Doesn't get himself a pet heal. Is that going to be enough though for a pet heal? Decapitated will literally swap it to the pet immediately for a second. As soon as it felt like maybe there was going to be some kind of CC out of Silent Void. But he's still getting closer and closer to the execute range. Gonna get the reflect on a freezing trap. That's gonna set him up ahead. Short chicken coming out for Silent. That's gonna be charged onto the warrior, landing that execute yet again. That was actually just so much damage out of the warrior. And looks like Peachy is up next. As a feral druid, probably should have the easiest time with this warrior. This man is doing work, dude. This man is doing work. Let's go, boys. Let's go. Rampage, rampage, rampage. Does land a stun onto Peachy. That's not thorns, though. Don't want to have reflect for those thorns. If you can get a rampage with reflect onto a full set of thorns, you can do so much damage back to the feral. Just because rampage is a lot of little strikes. It's a lot of little hits. Together, they make for a huge hit, but because they're so spaced out, for PvP in particular, for duels, if you get a reflect and you rampage, and you get maybe more than one rampage, let's say you get some sort of proc or something, you can get a rampage, lots of little hits, every one of them reflects back into the feral, so that could be huge. So Decapitator, if he wants to wait to save the reflect for those thorns, that would be huge. It's gonna go for a bit of a commanding shout. Right now, while his health is getting sort of low, just to maintain himself, Peachy grabbing a couple of heals, but Rampage or Decapitator doesn't let those heals continue on for longer. Didn't do someone to Peachy with the reflect. Does he get those Rampage rolling? He does get a Rampage rolling, but needs to go for a bit of a heal. Might have to go for a rage regen, and that's exactly what he does. As soon as he sees a wall out of Peachy, needs to continue healing himself as best possible. He gets a slow into Peachy, but that root looks like it's gonna hold up. Does land a charge around the corner and labs himself another bloodthirst in. Peachy looking really healthy. Trinkets out of that stun as Decapitated health is not looking that good anymore. Those bleeds are really starting to set in, and with that crucible extra damage over time, there's just not a lot he can do. And Peachy taking him out, man, as a feral with full bleeds and a crucible of flame. And if you get triple neck, you can go even for crucible flame as an on use. You can go for condensed life force to get those 5% damage spikes from far from your bleeds. You can do so much damage with those, man. And versatility from Conflict and Strife. I mean, it's just huge. Profesh is going to go for a touch of death on the Peachy. Try to see if he can get a big one-shot going. Should get himself a Fist of Fury. And he's going to go for a Fist of Fury while Peachy dives into a bear form. Touch of death does tick, but he's still alive. Not going to Fist of Fury those thorns. Waiting for a little bit. Waiting to get the big Fist of Fury out. Does he have any mobility left? He does not. And actually having to go for Vivifies behind the pillar. Very unlucky how that turned out for him. Peachy is going to get himself full food, full mana. Get himself set up and ready to go here. Looking to catch a reset. One of the images catches him, however. Don't even know how that happened. Unless he wasn't in stealth. It's hard to tell. It looked like he was in stealth because it don't look like Professor knew exactly where he was at. But one of the images rushed him, or at least was near him. So either way. Professor, though, getting hit with an opener. Still holding on to a trinket. Wall Karma. So he has a lot of cooldowns left. Is going to be Fist of Fury into Peachy. Does wall his damage. As expecting for Peachy to get some counter pressure going. That's going to be a big nasty bite. Even going to set him up under 50% health. Where his Undulating Tides proc does drop. So he won't have access to that ability for damage anymore. And that's going to be Peachy pre-thorning that leg sweep. So that's going to be an immediate nope for Profesh. Going to bail out of there for a second. Dragon kicking out of there, and it's going to deny the opener by Peachy by going for a bit of the leg spin. Profesh might have to go for a karma here, as his health is just not looking that good anymore. He's getting super low. Might have to karma him a little bit early. Trying to go for Vivifies. It's not going to be enough here. He's going to go for Vivifies over and over and over. Get yourself some healing, bud. Where's that Expel Harm? Does he run Expel Harm? I don't think this guy runs Expel Harm. Needs to insta-karma this, but Peachy's going to have a root for this immediately, isn't he? Karma's it. It's going to go for Vivifies back to back. Whatever healing you would get from your Karma, you're not getting any anymore, man. Where's your Expel Harm? You should be using that. That's 8% of your health. This man is just spamming Vivifies like there's nothing else to it, man. Just spamming them Vivifies. What is going on? Spin a crane kick for Profesh. Try to get an in cap on the Peachy. Doesn't have the opener. That's going to be a Thorns, but it's going to be a touch of death. Does Profesh go in on those Thorns with that touch of death, or does he not? Decided not to. Touch of death is going to do very minimal damage. Still a Maledic building up onto Peachy, and Profesh is going to go for a Crucible for offensive. Should have probably gone for a heal as Peachy does take a minimal bite out of his face. 10 minutes in. And I hope up next is going to be Calorie. Not even want to give Peachy a chance here. He sees what Peachy is all about. Doesn't want to give him an opportunity. Peachy is trying to bail the hell out of them. And look at him. Look at him prancing around. He needs to get himself a Swift Man, rejuve, regrowth, everything. Getting an opener onto Carry. Carry F. Carry. Carry? I'm going to call you Carry. I feel like it's just so much easier for me. So much easier. Carry. Is it Carry? Oh my god, I'm just gonna spend so much time trying to figure out your name and not enough time commentating on the fact that Peachy landing that opener onto Carry. He knows he has to go through Bop and Bubble. There's gonna be a lot of cooldowns. Are we gonna see big damage on Carry? No, just gonna go for a bit of a heal. Very defensive play. Doesn't want to kill himself into those thorns, but does get himself a Shield of Vengeance rolling. Is that gonna pop? No, it does not pop next to Peachy. It certainly does pop, and that could have been good potential damage. Oh, getting interrupted on a holy heal. Locked out of Bubble for a second. Still gonna be able to get the Bubble up and running. Peachy just forcing a lot of defenses out of this pallet. Got himself a small heal, and he keeps on trucking with 38% dampener. Another opener on Carry. Could maybe go and kill him before Forbearance takes him out. Or Forbearance grants him the Blessing of Protection. Nope, not going to be able to do it. Doesn't even want to go for it. Wants to stay next to the... Oh, missing that Skull Bash off of the Paladin. Carry could still go for a big setup. That is going to be Thorns, however. He's just going to kill himself on those Thorns. Trying to heal himself, but trying not to go for damage. And a big old bite to finish him off. Oh, no. Rukon is up next. Landing that bleed opener onto Peachy. Gonna get his dots running, and that's gonna be a bash. Blood of the enemy for him a little bit early. Peachy is gonna bail out of there, roots him for a second, and just continuing to run. For Rukon, this is gonna be a huge amount of damage. He does have himself undulating tide, so all that dot damage is just gonna keep slapping Peachy with that water until Rukon drops below 50% health. So that's gonna be some huge damage, some actually sizable damage until he gets himself fast. Yep, 50% health, shield instantly pops. Doesn't even hit himself upload for that long. He actually got the shield itself got nerfed super heavily for PvP. So it's like a very, very small shield. But really it's huge for Peachy because oh, huge damage for Peachy out of nowhere. What? I did not expect for Peachy to just bite his head off like that. What? Huge damage. Shadow trinketing out of the bash immediately after getting a road onto Peachy. So Peachy is going to go for that incarnation, landing the rake opener. Trinkets out of that kidney shot immediately as Vendetta is coursing at him. He's going to cloak a Shadow step on top of Peachy, trying to keep the damage struck. Peachy, all they can do is bear form and wall this as the Maledic rolls in as well, catching that feral form for a second. Try to go for a bit of a Shadow melt. If they go for another bash onto Shadow and finish him off there, or at least just find a way to get away from him, they might be fine. Shadow going to go for advantage just so you can get the mobility rolling. Peachy getting another wall running while in bear form. Cheap shot to follow. Does Shadow have enough? Has evasion still. He can still add Peachy right here. Peachy barely has any health as Mark for the Venom comes in. Does have Thorns. Needs to stay in bear form. Blind to follow. Does Shadow have it here? Or does he make a mistake? He needs to be very careful with his damage over time here as well as CC. He needs to be perfect. It looks like that concoction is going to stave off that inevitable death. Does he have a mark for death? Cheap shot, shortest cheap shot ever. And Peachy is going to blast him with a Crucible of Flame immediately. And is trying to bail out of there. Barely any health left. Superman to follow. Smoke bomb for Shadow. Peachy is trying to get himself a heal. He's going to catch himself a bit of a reset. Does they still have dots? They do not. Does Shadow have dots? They do not. Peachy, Shadow, if you only sapped like one more time, that's where being perfect with your CC was very important. Walk right next to Peachy. Literally walk right next to Peachy. It could be anyone's game. Peachy could come back. Peachy doesn't have a trinket. Shadow has a trinket and evasion. Like, he honestly has this in a bag. So, Shadow might as well, dude. If I was Shadow, I would just pick up the eye at that point, dude. I would just pick up the eye. Land an opener on the feral. That's what I would do. Mount up, land the opener on him. Land the opener or something. Peachy does get himself a bit of a heal in bear form, and Shadow just gonna wait it out. Look at him. He knows where Peach is at, and Peach is just gonna go for a heal. Peach is just gonna go try to recover on health ASAP. Has renewal back up. I would just pop the renewal early. I would just pop the renewal while you got it. Don't even wait until you need it. Because dampen is just gonna get higher and higher. You might as well just get yourself the heal early. Might just have to do it. Peachy does also have a trinket as well. Thorns are up. Shadow is gonna cloak the thorns. Try to get the damage rolling. Peach is gonna bail out of it immediately. Get a short slow onto Shadow, and that's all they needed. Gonna try to see if they can kite him up a little bit longer. Needs to get more dots on the Shadow. Does get the open onto Shadow. He doesn't want to trinket. Trinket's a little bit late. Probably should have instant trinketed. Getting the onto Peachy day trinket. And Peachy back to the bear from as the Vendetta is rolling. The poison coursing through his veins. Maledict rolling up. That's going to be open and short onto Shadow. It does get a bite through what looks like evasion. And Peachy is back in bear form full of Maledict. Vendetta rolling. Trying to get self-heals rolling. Didn't renewal fast enough. And down they go. Through huge Envenom damage. Oh my god. Shadow had it in the bag with that evasion, man. Vendetta and evasion. Those two waited long enough for both of those big cooldowns to be up. And Zap is up next. Is he gonna go pick it up the eye? Is he gonna go pick it up the eye? He's gotta let in Shadow do his thing. He doesn't know where Shadow's gonna be. Oh wait, Shadow's out of stealth. Is he DC'd? Is he just trying to pretend that he's DC'd? Or maybe he's friends with Zap and he's like whispering him, hey, honor duel, maybe? Honor duel? No? Does get himself a heal blind on Zap. Zap is not gonna trigger that. Not trinketing it. Shadow was kinda hoping maybe, you know what, maybe he'll trinket. Maybe I'll kindle shut him after and get a setup. What does that face of Pandera make, dude, while they're sapped? What is that face? What is that face? They gotta get a model update for that, dude. What the hell is that animation? I know it's supposed to be funny, you know, silly pandas, but come on, dude. Come on, Blizzard. Zap picking up the eyes and Shadow retreating into the shadows to try to get himself a little bit more reset. He's playing the long game, man. This is the last one. It's him versus an enhanced shaman, and he cannot make a mistake. Is this guy really just gonna wait for every cooldown to be up? Does Zap see him? Does Zap know where he's at? He's right on top of the guy. He's right on top of him. Did he pick up the second eye too? I think he did. I think he picked up both eyes and tried to look for the rogue and didn't find him. Yeah, it looks like that's exactly what happened. Shadow, now that he's got Tricky coming back, Vision coming back, he's gonna poke out. Got a Vendetta rolling. Man, I hate when rogues do that, but that guy wants to play to win, huh? Zap is gonna have to get his resources rolling, pop it defensive early. Might just have to trick it out of the skin shot, really, because there's no blind or anything available. It needs to go for a big setup. Vendetta rolling, walls it up immediately. Needs to go for big damage. Counter-Strike Totem coming down and get himself huge setup. It's gonna go for Blood of the Enemy. Try to see if he can one-shot Shadow. Big Sunder damage is gonna be able to get out of it. Cloak of Shadow's coming in. That's still a lot of physical damage it can go through. Oh my god, obliterated that rogue! What just happened? Oh my god, he just ruined that rogue's day. That was a potential win for the rogue. And he just got one shot. Burn Enhancement Shaman. Let's go, boys. Let's go, boys. Oh my god. That is incredible. That is actually incredible. That was intense. I liked it. Hell yeah, boys. Let's go. Let's go. I like it, man. I like that one. Let's do this again. Ready, Horde? Alright, Boris, let's get you in. Who got a group as well? Let's got a new group of new people, man. I want to see some new people joining these, man. I want to see a couple of newbies joining this, man. Let's go. Let's go, boys. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. That was so cool. Counter-Strike Totem killed him Pog. It definitely did a lot of damage, that's for sure. That Counter-Strike Totem, and then you went full Ascendance. So now he's got to figure out whether he wants to kill a Totem or kill you or whatever. And that's sundering, dude. That's sundering. Because he's not gonna trick it sundering. There's no way. It's like a sap. Any ability afterwards is just gonna get him out of into CC. But then again, I guess Shaman, like, what else are you gonna drink it, right? Got a group of 5. Saab, we can get Saab versus Boris. Let's go, boys. You guys have Sav and Boris. Let's get these two going. Hell yeah, dude. Me got some alliance and peeps. Alright, John Lucas, do I need to add you, or are you in a group somebody with, man? Are you in a group with somebody who has me added in really, dude? Let me know, my guy. Let me know, my dude. Alrighty. Oh, that was so good. Odemonica's back. What's up, man? How you doing? We got Korm. We got Gudo. Oh, we got a lot of boys here. Alrighty. Switch, we got ourselves Decapitator on Team Red with Pantora playing the Red Pally. We got Serike playing that Fire Mage. I like the mug. We got Thought and Rot. And we got ourselves Twisted playing more than Marksman. Hell yeah, boy, let's go. And we also got Demoniac on Team Blue playing Assassin. Gudo playing that, what I want to say, Destro. We got Corum with a Demon Hunter setup. Pedro back in the Feral MP Blood. More of that assassination. Good luck and have fun, boys. It's going to be up first. It's going to be up last. It looks like Corum is going out first. Is it going to be Twisted first? It is going to be Twisted playing as a Marksman Hunter versus a Demon Hunter. It's going to be a Huntard versus Huntard, man. Let's go. Corm already has a Spectral Side available. Is that going to be a Freezing Trap maybe set up for him? Twisted just tried his AFK for a bit. Corm Spectral Sight is down, does burn a bit of AoE, and it does get to tag Twisted's pet. I-Beam immediately to follow. Rapid Fire coming out. It's going to be a stun by Corm. Twisted not trinket out of the stun, just going to take the damage. And it's going to go for Crucible offensively, getting that wall rolling a little bit early as Corm trying to get himself set up with damage. Was that an I-Beam that was trying to get going? Or Laser Beam? Cyclotronic full channel going into Corm. He's going to go for Metamorphosis, trying to get the damage onto Twisted to follow. He's going to just knock him down. He's going to try to see if he can just LOS him with those slows. Rapid Fire to follow as Corm just cannot catch up with a Freezing Trap after. Is he going to trick it out of the Freezing Trap? It looks like a Freezing Trap was actually super DR'd. I-Beam to follow with a stun on Twisted. Doesn't have a trinket for it anymore. Is he going to go down immediately? Is going to get himself acceleration at the last moment. Maybe a Turtle Shell off of this. He's in a bad place right now. He needs to go for a reset. Turtle Shell, no! He went super hyper offensive. He's going to focus on his own health. Try to go for a big setup. Probably should have gotten himself a bit of a setup, man. He needs to get the opener. Marksman needs to get an open. He never got himself a full setup with cooldowns, man. You just gotta burn cooldowns, I think, every single time. Max range, burn cooldowns, use whatever you can to keep the Demon Hunter at bay. Azeroth Beam trying to come out for Corm, gonna check it out of it as Pantora is gonna stun that Azeroth Beam. Second coming out to Pantora right now as he gets his wings going. Corm might need to get himself a defensive rolling or get in demon form, gonna fly up in the air, and Pantora is gonna try to see if he can heal through this damage. He's actually doing quite a lot of healing, but the spell lances, you can't argue with me, they're doing quite a number, and does get to Tempest Verdict as Corm put himself out in the open and no way to self-heal. Demoniac getting that focus. Azeroth Beam on him in the opener with Shield of Vengeance coming out, trying to get the big damage for the assassination rogue. Hasn't popped a Vendetta yet, just wanted to get the damage rolling early. Pre-fading the damage to come out from Pantora as the Shield of Vengeance pops, getting that Cloak of Shadows maybe a little bit late. Probably should have used it while the shield was up. Bubble for Pantora right now, just trying to use a bubble to kill Demoniac. Is going to vanish out of that one. Pantora might have played his hand a little bit too early as he puts himself in a weird spot. Sam to follow, as there's literally nothing to stop him. He does have a bob for Demoniac, which is bad for Demoniac, because that's still a decent cooldown to get through. But Demoniac now still holding on to Trinket. No Cloak, no Vanish. Might put him in a bad spot here. And he's going to get a kiddish shot on Pantora. He is with a Vendetta to follow. Can he do enough damage to burn before the Forbearance comes up and he gets so Blessing of Protection? Is going to go for evasion. Pantora taking a lot of damage. Blessing of Protection comes in with a safety trinket to follow. Trying to go for a Belf. Didn't belt the safety trinket or Blessing of Protection. What the hell did he have without Belf? What did he take off? I don't want the buffs. What, Hand of Freedom or something? Did he take out like some kind of a heal? Must have been like some kind of a heal buff. Demoniac getting back in there. No bop, no bubble, no guts, no glory. Still holding on to a trinket if he needs to. And is going to use it right there with a blind onto Pantora as he gets a second set of wings with a minute set of wings. Has real wings in about 13 seconds though. So Demoniac without a trinket. Pantora with full wings. Demoniac without defensives. Might be really bad. Kidney shot to open, and Pantora is trying to bail away from that Azeroth Beam, and is doing quite a number, trying to go for flat shield. Does he get a Shadow Step kick? He does land the Shadow Step kick, locking him out of Hammer of Justice for a bit. Pantora can still go for big wings. Hammer of Justice is going to go for wings. Demoniac already sees it from a mile. Is going to pre-feign this damage. Pantora, Hand of Freedom, Hodge on the Demoniac, and that could be in, but Pantora getting hit with a kidney shot instead, and Demoniac is trying to go for those throws with Dagger. Shield of Vengeance coming in for Pantora to keep himself at bay. He's going to get himself at least an Absorb Shield. Doesn't even need to get a defensive or offensive for that matter. Just needs to give himself a shield so he can recover the health. And Demoniac is going to be able to catch at least a bit of a reset. I don't even know Pantora probably should have went for a Hammer of Justice. Did he not have one? Oh, getting that eye for an eye a little bit early for Demoniac. That's not good, man. Every hit is just going to reflect a portion of the damage back. Or actually, eye for an eye will do a set amount of damage, not based on how much damage you do to it. So you're just going to do a bit of damage back to you, and a defensive, physical defense reduction for Pantora. That's going to be huge damage for Demoniac right now. Kidney shot onto Pantora, live through the middle long waist. Can he get the big damage setup? Try to go for massive Envenoms, and he go big for a setup. Huge damage coming out, big Envenoms. It doesn't even need to get a kick. It's going to go for a vanish immediately. Thought and Rod up next as in a holy Death Knight. Is he going to try to randomly drop a Death and Decay somewhere? D&D maybe? No, just going to wait. It's going to do a little bit of a dance. But Demoniac, dude, how many cooldowns you got? You got Evasion available, Trinket available, Vanish not available, Cloak of Shadows burn, no Vendetta. So it's going to be quite a lot of damage to deal with Thought and Rod. I think... Is there a way Assassination Rogues could be in Unholy Death Knights? He's going to go for the big Azerite beam. IBF coming in for Thought and Rod to interrupt the beam immediately. It has himself lots of health just dropping down super quick. Is going to try to get some damage back at Demoniac. He has evasion rolling. He's just going to go sprinting out of there. He should definitely go for the slows on all those pets to try to slow him down and get away. As Necrotics is starting to stack up on Demoniac. Does get a kidney shot onto Thought, but he's going to be able to trick it out of it. Trying to get some of that healing going with Transfusion. But a blind separates these two, and Demoniac is stuck over there with that unholy pet. Safety Trinket procced, so he's kind of loud on defensives. Might be able to get himself a reset. But the damage over time, I think, is still holding on, isn't it? Or does he not have Virulent Plague anymore? Looks like the Virulent Plague did not stay, so Thought is going to go for a bit of a Mage Foot, which is going to force Demoniac's hand to get in there a little bit earlier than normal. But it's going to end the duel early. That's going to be huge. Huge buff with Lucid for Thought right now. Gonna get a lot of resources, lots of runic power. Stun into Demoniac, so that's gonna be a lot of death strikes. Or if he wants to go for a lot of runic power spending with death codes, he could do that as well. But I'm pretty sure it's gonna be all for the heal. AMS early for the poisons into Transfusion to try to continue to get his health up and run. Demoniac just sprints out of there. He's like, nope, we're running out. It looks like Burst of Speed is back in business, and Demoniac is just trying to save his time a little bit, trying to get some defenses rolling. He is still continuing to land the kidneys onto Thought and Rod. And continue to get the damage roll and continue to maintain all his damage with the Vendetta to follow right now. Thought and Rod actually doesn't have a single defensive. All he can really do is heal. Focus Azure Beam is going to get interrupted on what looks like a channel. Short stun on the Demonic. Has a vanish if he needs to. Could vanish out of here and is going to go for that vanish. Immediately goes for that vanish. Dodging the Death and Decay. Still has a down on himself though. Does burn himself a Warlock House, and it looks like to maintain. 12% dampening rolling in, does land a road into a kidney shot. Does he get the big damage right here? Is he going to be able to do this? Does land a kill into Thought and Rod. Demoniac living to fight another day. I like it. Up next is going to be Decapitator. Picking up the eyes. He's going to try to give Demoniac a run for the money. But once we find him before the rogue lands the opener, can he do it? He can actually auto attack a little bit through the pillar sometimes. They definitely should be going for auto attack. Stormbolt, how did that happen? It looked like that shouldn't have gotten hit. But it landed on a Stormbolt, even though I feel like that was a miracle in itself. Demonic immediately trinkets. It did not want to be next to a Stormbolt. That was supposed to be next to Decapitator, expecting lots of damage. Big Blaze Storm to get himself out of that kidney. Predicted that kidney. Picture perfect. Picks up perfect. With a blind to follow, doesn't trinket out of it. Does not trinket out of it. Demonic has evasion back up. No trinkets. So Stormbolt is going to do a number. Decapitator still has a lot of damage, and it's going to AoE him out before Demoniac gets himself full setup. Cheap shots, fully DR'd. That's going to be stunned. Demoniac does Decapitator go for big damage. He does go for Recklessness, trying to get the big numbers in there. Demoniac getting that evasion rolling. That's going to be few for Decapitator as he's just trying to wait out Demoniac's evasion for a little bit. Charging right at him. Killer shot DR'd heavily. A Demoniac is kind of on the ropes. Needs to get himself heals ASAP. Does have the poison slows with the poisons. That's really all he can do to Decapitator. Try to get the focus Azure Beam. Does he get interrupted on it? He actually, I think he might have gotten the kick out of Decapitator a little bit early. So Azure Beam did do quite value of damage. Surprise, surprise. That thing actually did quite value. Decapitator is just going to have to wait this out a little bit longer, man. He actually couldn't get the kill. And that's going to be Commanding Shout. Dropping. Get the shot coming in. It's going to go for Enrage Regen. While Stun Demoniac going to go for full heal build. Not starting to stay offensive at all. Cloak shot is coming out for Demoniac. Not really sure what he's cloak here. That's going to be immediate vanish with a shadow step as he bails off in the other direction. Still something keeping him in combat though. Some kind of a damage over time ability. And Decapitator needs to go for food immediately. That's exactly what he's going to do. He's chowing down on lunch. But a stab by the rogue stops a Garrote to follow. Does he land the full kidney shot? He does. No trinket available for Decapitator. Could that be the end to the warrior? Decapitator gets a disarm onto the rogue. Maybe a charge heal. Landing the charge. No heal though. And does go down. Into a Stormbolt and Demoniac. Serike is up next. Does land a root onto the guy. Ring of Frost? Does he? Oh no! He actually almost clipped him. Oh, Shadow step into that Ring of Frost, getting the shot onto the mage. Does not have a Cloak of Shadows, but that sprint is still working for him. Surricate played his hand maybe a little bit too early with that combustion, though. Demonic was able to outlive that damage sap onto Surricate. And Demonic is just running. Wait, is he just gonna go reset? Is he just gonna go for the big reset? Surricate is not wasting any time, dude. Grabbing the eyes immediately. Yep, grab the eyes. Sometimes the bug out. Is he gonna go grab the other eyes immediately? Or it looks like he's just gonna go check all the pillars real quick. In case he can find the rogue. He should know that he is somewhere nearby, right? He should know. I think he is aware. So the rogue is near. The eyes dissipate. Garrod in the opener is Demonic trying to get himself a kidney shot rolling. Focus Azeroth beam to follow. Trying to get some damage on the Surricate. Does do quite a number in the opener with that kidney eye beam proccing out the undulating tides. Surricate missing that dragon's breath as Demonic peeks behind the pillar. Surricate does get him the heal. Using. Did it just go blood of the enemy? Was that blood of the enemy or was that something else? I'm pretty sure he might have. That must have been a freeze, right? Must have been an AoE frost freeze. Right? That was no blood of the enemy. Oh my god, the dots are rolling and he does have to go for an Ice Block. Demonic, get himself out of stealth. Surricate, if you land a breath on the guy, you might actually be able to land the opener, but Demonic is fully set up. He's actually ready for this duel, man. Trinket, Cloak of Shadows, Vanish, everything available. That's going to be greater power, but Trinket's out of it immediately, and that's going to be Surricate stopping that cast as soon as it sees that. Kind of almost letting the rogue catch a reset. Didn't hit him with an ability like Fire Blast or anything. Get the shot, and I think it's going to be in. I think Surricate is out. Vanish Cheap Shot just to keep CC going. And Demoniac came out of there with 4 kills. Very well done, my dude. Very well done. I don't think I've seen Demoniac do that well before. My man, there you go. Did it. Did the number. Worth us. Before to watch? Yeah, I was thinking I got a group, man. Yo, that was a good one, dude. Let's get another one going, boys. Let's get another one going. Which is more fun, BFA or I got a 5 group on a horde? Yo, let's go, dude. Let's go. Who else got a group? We got Direwolf popping in here. Trying to get a run. Trying to get a run for his group going. Hell yeah, boys. Which is more fun for you, BFA or Classic? You know, I haven't played Classic enough to figure that out yet. So I'm still playing Classic. Give me like a week and then I'll be able to formulate an opinion. I've been playing Classic solo, but I want to play with other people. I want to try playing with friends because I think that might be miles more fun. And I want to experiment with different builds in Classic. I don't think I'm enjoying the quote-unquote leveling, like the pure leveling build for Classic. Like, it's technically better than anything else you can run, but I kind of want to try experiment and make my own build for stuff, you know what I mean? Really just make mistakes in Classic. I want to do that. Thanks, you guys. Hell yeah, dude. I'm the rogue. Hell yeah, guy. Let's go. Maybe that is Jano Tokmon. Okay, let me try to get you in. Did you try to add me already? Jano. Please don't add me. Let me add you. It's going to be much easier if I add you than you add me. Because if you add me, then I have to find you. And that's a pretty big list and it's so long. I haven't played Classic once yet. Work has been absolutely killer for me. Lucron, my man. You haven't been missing a lot, man. Somebody already got level 60. It's amazing that AoE farmed things. But also, the queues have been insane. The queues have been insane. 17,000 people queues. People are waiting in front of 17,000 people, dude, on Hypop servers. It's crazy. You usually get a pretty long wait list, dude. You either gotta play like at 3 in the morning when nobody's on, or in the afternoon when everybody's at work. That's the only way to do it. Only way to do it. Some people sleep. People sleep and people work. But when they're not sleeping or working, they're all playing Classic. So, nothing you can do, right? Nothing you can do. Oy. Let me add here John. Let me add him real quick. I got you, John. Here we go. Here we go. Let me know if you're ready, my man. I've had experiences excuse people speak of. Jonathan, do you play in a high population realm or a low pop realm or a medium pop realm? Do you have a group, my dude? We're ready? Perfect. Let's go. There's one server with 150 queue. On EU, I can imagine. On Europe, I can definitely imagine that. On an A, it's not that bad. I'll put a limiter for me and make a next video that I will be making the intro. It'll be short 3D animated skit. Oh, that sounds cool. That sounds pretty cool. Dude, I would like to see that stuff ahead of time if you're cool with that. I actually am super interested. I really like your anime battle that you had in that Eye of the Storm. Well, actually, it was a compilation of a bunch of BGs, but the Eye of the Storm portion of that video. It is super, super cool, man. Super cool. Medium high? Yeah, well, my server is a full server, so... Oh, God, it scared the shit out of me! Barul, you scared the shit out of me! How you doing, my man? It's been a fucking while. I see you in chat. Barul, my man. You're gonna get a hashtag Barul in chat. Showing appreciation for the wonderful donation. Thank you so much, my man. Appreciate you, buddy. Scared the shit out of me, dude. So church. Oh my God, actually scared the shit out of me. Made me flinch. I feel like a bitch now in front of my stream. So Twitch, what do we got? We got us a Team Red with Luke Rod. On this team, we got Shadow hanging on the back, Twisted back in the survival. We got Corm, and we got Death Shadow. Where's the Team Blue with Arain? We got Neil going up versus Arms Warrior, Peachy in the back, Purple Prince, and we got ourselves Steve. Is this? Looks like a Blazer. Straight up looks like Blazer. Neil getting opened up on by Lucron. That's going to be a big port out of Lucron. He's got himself Guardian of Azeroth, dude. He's got himself his own demons. As a Guardian's actually slapping around Lucron. Look at his health. His health is actually going down. He actually batters the Guardian. Lucron had to batters the Guardian because that thing was doing too much damage. I didn't know you could banish those things. I was not aware because it's technically an elemental, I guess, yeah. Cyclotronic coming down for Lucron as Neil is going to get himself a defensive rolling. Does land a stun onto Lucron for a second. Lots of damage coming down to Lucron. That's going to be a reflect for him. Is he going to be able to reflect some damage back into the demonic tyrant? Lucron just blasted him straight into the nether with a massive tyrant setup. And down goes Neil, even though he has such a good setup. Step Over Me is up next. He's playing that enhance. He is not letting Lucron catch a full heal. Let him eat a little bit of Neil, get a taste. Just get a little bit of a taste. That's gonna be is that a dark iron dwarf or a normal dwarf too? Looks like dark iron dwarf. Ascendant's coming out for Step Over Me immediately. Trying to get the damage into Lucron, but he's just gonna kite him around with that CC. Back-to-back stun, so much control by the Warlock. Step Over Me can't even go for the big damage, walling this. Trying to get himself some damage back to Lucron. Trying to get those storm strikes that are transformed into like a range storm strikes. But it's not a lot he can do as Lucron just drains their life. Drains the living out of him. Only 2 minutes in to the duel, and he's already got 2 kills under his belt. You don't mess with Lucron. See? You don't mess with this guy. Purple Prince is up next. Maybe this warrior will have an easier time. Because Neil, man, as arms, he gave you the best shot he could, man. I respect him for playing it. He gave you the best damn shot he could. But that was tough, man. That was actually tough. Horror effect to Purple Prince in the opener does get a massive lead back to Lucron. Lucron is going to continue the mobility, trying to kite him around. Stormbolt around the corner does dip behind LOS just to get Purple Prince a little bit more mobility behind the corner if you can. Fear onto the warrior. He blades storming out of that fear immediately, even though he could have honestly Zerka's rage out of it. He's going to get himself enraged. Stun onto Purple Prince. Does he get a second pet stun? It looks like both of the pets are beefed up. They're all looking red. They're all angry. Lucron, what did you do to your pets? They're angry. Purple, I would be aware of this pest. That thing is red, angry, and it's gonna blast you with some big damage. I don't know what the hell just happened, but that thing is pumping numbers right now. Purple is gonna go for a huge heal. He's actually getting those heals from the pets while he's got it from the imps, and is gonna try to get a heal from Lucron as he's gonna whore him out. Purple was able to at least land a defensive onto Lucron's offensive here. But that's going to be a stun with all those demons, all those imps, blasting his soul into the nether. Does land an interrupt on the shadow cast from Lucron, storm bolting him, trying to summon up even more imps. And it's more imps, more imps. Cyclotronic to follow. Is that going to be enough? Actually went for Shadow Meld. Shadow Meld and Cyclotronic to keep himself afloat. Does he get those bloodthirsts off? Barely hanging there, interrupting that fear. More Anacle doesn't coming out. Might have to go for a charge heal. Does land a charge heal. Got himself quite a number of health. Getting out of that fear was Zerka's immediately. Stunned by Lucron, shortest stun in the world. However, trying to get this instant cast with another hand to go done. Commanding shout coming out. It's going to be Demonic Tyrant. Is that going to be able to close in? Trying to maintain his health, but that Tyrant slapping him up. That's a random Saruman Tyrant too. Oh my goodness, look, we give him a nice bow with a cannibalize again. Dude, every one of you guys is gonna end up in Lucron's belly. I swear to God. All of you. I feel like you're gonna end up in his stomach. He's gonna eat all of you boys. Not only is he gonna kill you in this arena, send your soul to the twisted nether, but also consume your corpse and only get stronger. Peachy's up next though, however. That's gonna be a real challenge for Lucron. A real challenge from this little tree boy. He gets a moonfire immediately. He was like, you know what, we're getting in there, man. Nope, we're gonna get in there. Let me get my opener. I don't want to have to walk up to him. I don't care. I don't trust any of the honor duel stuff. As he does land the opener into Lucron. And it's gonna go for incarnation immediately. Lucron tried to see if he can land a fear onto Peachy. Instant skull bash, however. Still gonna be able to get himself hand and gold done. First stun by the pet. Demonic Siren Summon now. It's gonna be a second stun back to back. Peach is not tricking at this into a horror, still continue to take a lot of damage. Sage the chicken brocking out right now, thorns on the wall and everything coming out with a renewal as well, just trying to tank up all the damage. Demonic Tyrant stopped attacking him for whatever reason. I guess it was maybe a reset by Peachy with a Shadow Meld, but those well guards are still rushing him. They're still gonna be getting some number of damage rolling on the guy. They're gonna have quite a duration since that full Tyrant is just gonna keep him around for a little bit longer. Look at them just cleaving Peachy around, just slapping him around with those weapons, man. And they still are gonna trade a couple spells. Peachy is gonna go for a bit of a reset. Lucron used to just get in there. Well, as long as they keep Peachy's health low, he should be fine. That's gonna go for a fear onto Peachy. Trinkets out of it. That's gonna be a stun into a cycler right now. Cyclotronic with maybe a stun does land the cycler regardless. Peachy pop it into bear from immediately still has the wall if he needs to. Swift Mensa coming out as soon as he can get in. He might be a stun. Thorns are up. Bashes to Lucron into a horror effect. Does he get the Hentacle down? Does he get the LOS? He does get the LOS. Stun around the corner. Does he have any damage? He could maybe kill him with a Fury. He's going to go Fear off as soon as that stun is over. But that Skull Bash is going to separate those two. Does get a Hentacle down. Regardless, the pets are up and running. Wall for Peachy. Does he have an answer here? Trying to go for a self-heal. Using the flame in order to keep his health fanning. He wants to keep himself afloat. Doesn't want to let the flame, that is his life bar, run out just yet. Keeps refueling it, man. That's still going to be a lot of CC out of Lucron as soon as he gets to land and you got a horror, stun, fear, wombo combo to Peachy. As soon as he gets those, he'll be good. Peachy recovering by getting a root onto Lucron and swiftmenting himself as on cooldown as much as he can. Interrupt onto Lucron. He's free to sell, free to cast, free to get the army of the imps rolling. Peachy going to get a bash to Lucron. Stun by Lucron, however, could go for a horror effect to follow. No fear instead. Does he get a fear? He does not. Peachy looking like he's actually going to recover. Interrupting him with the pet. Oh my god. We forget that Lucron has an interrupt. Into a horror effect, getting those double-handed go downs. Does he have the second pet? Pet stun coming out. Demonic Tyrant, is that going to make it? Does get Skull Bash actually. Could still get the Tyrant out. Peachy is going to bail the hell out of it. This Lucron still summon the Tyrant. He still could go summoning the Tyrant to beef up all the other pets. Peachy, however, is just going to line aside this as best as possible and just AFK. He needs to draw Peachy out before the Tyrant needs to come out. He might just have to wait it out, man. He might just have to separate a Tyrant for a later setup. That's huge heals by Peachy. Currently, 7 minutes in. Lucron is going to go for a port. Peachy is going to go bailing out of there. Way back. Has a Trinket back up. Has a wall. Renewal coming in soon. Lucron has a wall in 30 seconds. So these two are just going to be able to get their cooldowns coming back faster and faster. Little by little. Stunned by Peachy. Stunned by Lucron. He trinkets out of it immediately. As long as he gets a root on Lucron, he's happy about that. He's supposed to go for a reset. There's the Tangler roots onto the pet, but he gets those doggers in. He's going to go for a setup. Does have Incarn. Lucron not looking that healthy. Does land a horror effect. Does have a wall in 10 seconds. If he needs to, is going to get a random Tyrant proc right down to Peachy while he's feared out. And to go down. Tyrant coming out. Does he get the stun to Peachy? This is going to be his big old one-shot wombo combo here. Dodging that Skull Bash. The Tyrant is up. Bashing to Lucron. Does he wall? He does wall. Stun coming in with Drain Light to follow. Does that Tyrant do enough damage? Does he get the second pet up and running for a second stun? No! Big bite onto Lucron as Peachy does take him out. That was such a close game for such a long while as Lucron just obliterated the competition and Peachy gave him a run for his money. And Death Shadow is going to be up next with a Garrote onto Peachy. As Peachy is actually out of cooldowns. Vendetta immediately. No wall or nothing. He's just trucking the damage. Kidney shot onto the Feral. Marfareth and Venom. He's just running circles around the guy with an evasion. There's nothing Peachy can do. And down he goes. We used everything onto Lucron. And Death Shadow just collapsed on him with a Vendetta. Evasion lagging even a little bit. But Irene is up next as a Boomkin. What can Irene even do in this situation? Does get the tree boys up and running. The tree gang is all here. And Death Shadow needs to bail out of there. Cloak of Shadows, but those trees are on him. They're beating up on the guy. He's just trying to get us slowed. As long as he has dots on him, then Array might be able to do something here. As they did Barkskin a little bit earlier. They did the Thorns too. If they still have Thorns, it might be alright. Picking up the eyes, while in cat form. Needs to land a Starfall or something onto Death Shadow. Get him out of stealth. Definitely needs to do something here. He's gonna maybe Moonfire him. Sap comes in though. Try to get a Moonfire in. Unlucky. The Death Shadow is gonna be able. Is he gonna just go for a full reset? What are you doing? He's just hiding, man. He's waiting out. He's waiting for his eyes completely. Distracting a rain for a second, but they're just gonna go for the second set of eyes. Should know more or less that the rogue is nearby. I guess he was maybe expecting for the rogue to be out in the open. Yeah, he sees him. He sees him. He saw him poking out behind the cart. He saw him poking out. Moonfire out. Bash to follow. Death Shadow doesn't have a trigger for this one, but that was a good road into Irrain. Needs to get the dots rolling, and that's going to be a Crucible as well. Getting the Tree Boys in there. The Tree Boys didn't work. Breathe Thorns in himself. That's going to be Death Shadow landing the kidney and running the hell out. The Tree Boys are running at him, dude. Look at him. The Tree Boys didn't work. As he should be able to Moonfire him. Should be able to redot the Rogue, man. Should be able to redot the Rogue, or maybe instead of Starfall around the corner. Maybe hit him with the Kidney Spell. Phantom Nice. Does he redot him? Shadow Step. Trying to go for a Kidney Shot. Rain. Looks like Death Shadow is keyboard turning a little bit. Probably shouldn't be doing that. Rain getting hit with a Kidney Shot. Vendetta. No. That's just going to be a trinket. Vendetta coming up in just a few seconds. But is he going to be able to live enough for that Vendetta? Vanish coming down. Still fully dotted. That's going to not keep him in south for a long at all. Should have probably went for like a Growth or something. In that situation. Death Shadow evasion coming in with a Cloak of Shadows. Cyclotronic out of Rain still came out. Did he cancel his own Cyclotronic? Hopefully he cancels his own Cyclotronic. Vendetta slapping Rain's butt cheeks right now. Does he have anything to end this? He does. Gonna get prickly with this man. Gonna get a little prickly with this rogue. 10 minutes in, 11 minutes in, Harpoon onto a Rain, Barskin up. It has some Thorns for a bit longer. Twisted Trinket's a little bit late onto that batch. Does get a stun into Rain, who also has a Trinket. And it's actually doing quite a damage on Twisted. Twisted trying to get the Eagles flying at the Rain. Caca, caca! Eagles flying! Ah! That's the eagle sound. Actually, no, it's more like a baby seal sound. Than anything. Cyclotronic Blast trying to come out on Rain. Has no way to stop it. Could go for maybe a bit of a solar. But looks like Twisted's health is not looking that good either. Mighty Department defensive here. Actually not looking that good. It's going to go for a turtle. Trying to go for Mending Bandages in for a bit of a heal. Rain can still take Twisted out of here. Stormbolt. Oh my god. He actually took him out. Are you kidding me? Who is this druid? Let the druid heal. Shadow, you better. Oh, he's not even going to let him heal up to full. Is not even going to let him heal up to full. Yeah, I should have probably let him heal to full. Kid is shot, and Shadow doesn't even need Vendetta. Try to be careful around those thorns. Nothing you can do about it. How? Rain, how'd you do that? Who was that? Oh my god! What was that? That was a boomkin right there, boys. That was a boomer right there. Let's go, boys. Let's go. That was so fun. That was actually fun as fuck to watch. Ah, Stony, room for me, boss. Stony, you gotta join one of the groups that are up, man. You're more than welcome to Chillbane. How you doing, my guy? Hopefully you're doing good. You want to join us? You're more than welcome to. Sav got a group of 5 who has a Stony, and Boris is back up with an alley group. Okay, let's get Boris and Sav back in. Okay, we'll get Sav and Boris. Hope I saved that one. Did I save that duel? I hope I did. Otherwise, I'll need to rip the audio from the stream. Which won't be bad. But it'd be very unfortunate. Did I save it? I hope I did. I hope I did. I'm gonna close it out a little bit early. I'll be able to rip it from the stream. The audio, it saves on stream a little bit easier, but I need to wait for the stream to like process. It's not gonna happen until a couple of days, honestly. Unlucky, dude. Unlucky. Alrighty, Dalaran Stewards it is for the next group, boys. Let's go. I want to see Duels in Classic. Maybe we might be able to get some going. We'll see. We'll see if enough people are playing on Fairbanks server. 5V5 1v1 Classic would be great. I think it would be cool. I really do think that would be really, really cool. I do think so. I do think so. Able to play for another one after this. We'll see how long this one lasts, man. We'll see how long this one lasts. I am kind of on a short schedule nowadays. So What can you do? What can you do? Alrighty, boys. Just because of the hurricane coming up. Switch. Who do we got this time? We got ourselves eggs. What? Xavier. How you doing, my boy? Looks like Mark's a mishmash of things. Interesting. We got Xavier. We got ourselves Gimli. We got Gimli. We got Lucifer sitting in the back. Neil. And we got Shifu. What the what? It's a gnome. We got ourselves here. We got Pantora. We got ourselves Stony going back into Xanda now. Tarot Blades. We got Twinkle Wink and Zally. Zally going up first. He's setting up a gateway already. Maybe he's just setting up for everybody else. Alright, boys, good luck on the fun as per usual. No pally buffs. Pally buffs, keep it to yourselves. Pally buffs, keep it to yourselves. Warrior buffs, fine to share. Warlocks, you can share Hellstones if you wish. Everything else, stealthies be out of stealth unless you're dueling. Good luck and have fun. Alright, who's going up first? I think Team Red is going to set up Pantora, but it looks like Shifu is going to be the first man standing on Team Alliance. Look at that man. He's a tiny terror. Gonna go for a bit of the... What is that cooldown? Serenity? Serenity as his choice of a talent. Is that the choice? Is that the play here? Try to get that big touch of death rolling into Pantora. Doing a number of damage. Touch of death does tick down, but it's not doing quite as much damage as it could. Pantora does use Eye for an Eye, so those Fists of Furies really do kind of go flying into the wind. Pantora, though, gaining that Shield of Vengeance, trying to make it into an offensive shield. Shield of not defense, but shield of offense, however. Really be vengeful. And Shifu would just look at to maybe kite it around, just wait it out a little bit. Look at his weapons, man. There's some cool Alliance weapons. Never really get to see the Alliance mark that much. Fist of Fury coming out for Shifu just to parry whatever Pantora got rolling, but Pantora's health is looking just fine. Shifu, just after a few globals, had to back up a little bit with an incap. Just looking to catch himself a reset. What is that talent, too? He's not even rolling normal roll. He's not even rolling, what is it? Tiger's Lust. He's rolling for that other roll. Spinning Chi Burst, I think? I don't remember, dude. Chi Torpedo, is that the one? Leg sweep onto Pantora, trying to see if he can get some damage rolling to follow. Without the Storm Earth and Fire for a monk, it is a little bit tough to get that hit and run playstyle rolling. He's trying to play that Serenity, man. He's trying to be that all-in damage, man. He's gonna have Serenity in about 14 seconds. Maybe we'll be able to get some cooldowns on Pantora this time. Pantora did get Shield of Vengeance up last time. It's gonna also be Eye for an Eye. Which, can you cast Eye for an Eye while you're stunned? Or does he being able to just pre-cast it every single go? Hydra to Shifu. Does Pantora have big damage? Is going to go for the minute-long wings. Trying to see if he can one-shot Shifu. Almost accomplishing it. Karma coming up a little bit early as he does go for Serenity into a Fist of Fury. Trying to get the big damage to the Pantora. The Karma is doing quite a number, however. The Karma is actually quite heavily stacked up on the guy. And Shifu just continues to do damage with that Serenity cannon and a few heals while Serenity was up. I feel like Storm Earth Fire is just that much better for Monk because you can get so much more of that hit-and-run playstyle. More opportunities. Eye for an Eye for Pantora. He's going to keep himself defensive up a little bit longer. Shifu still has an interrupt if he needs to. He needs to keep pressure on Pantora. Could force out a bubble here. Touch of Death coming down. Could still force out a bubble out of the guy, but that Hodge is going to separate him. To Touch of Death, could that do enough damage right here? Could that do enough to one-shot him? Safety Trinket coming out. Does bubble it. Now, did he get that Safety Trinket with a Touch of Death, or did he get that Safety Trinket with that Fist of Fury? Because if you got that Safety Trinket with that Fist of Fury, I understand why Pantora White Mono will bubble the Touch of Death, because it's like, what if that's huge? What if one-shot me? I better pop a defensive. But it's huge defensive regardless. Shifu getting that wall up and running back in there with Fist of Fury, just continue to just barrage Pantora with those fists, and as soon as he sees wings, he's out. He's trying to bail out of there. Maybe that mobility he's getting with that that mobility with Chi Torpedo might be exactly what he needed. Without that Tiger's Lust, however, he can't deal with the slows as effectively, but that mobility with Chi Torpedo that it provides, that is huge. I think it's distance, as well as gives you a small movement speed buff after. So it's huge. Unless the enemy got a slow. Big damage coming up at Toro with wings up and running. Trinkets out of that A-cap. Looking to and Shifu. And Shifu is just nowhere to be seen, man. He bailed out. I don't know how much longer Shifu can really go. He does have Serenity. If he can get a Blessed Protection out of Pantora, he might do just fine. But without that Images and without Whirling Dragon Punch, it makes you wonder, like, just how much damage can you truly do. Pantora popping wings, doesn't want to go offensive into that Karma. Is he going to get interrupted? Blessed Protection coming up a little bit late. Just that, you know what, maybe I can get a cast spell into Shifu. Or maybe not. Maybe I can... He didn't want to get interrupted and said, you know, Blessing Protection early, just pop it defensive. So Shifu is getting defensives out of Pantora. But it just feels like the damage he's putting out with his Serenity is just, they gotta wait a minute before he can do some big numbers, man. It's gotta wait a while. I mean, those Fist of Furies do connect, but being able to get those whirling dragon punches with images, big rise and sun kicks, big Fist of Furies, I feel like that on its own is value, but maybe I'm wrong here. I don't know, I just see a lot more consistency out of Stormwrath and Fire than Serenity. But maybe Shifu will show us in other ways. Just looking to catch himself a bit of a lineup. Waiting until he got his leg sweep. Touch of death to follow. It's going to be actually quite a lot of damage to Pantora. Definitely going to pop a defensive eye for an eye to follow. That's going to be some physical reduction here. That touch of death does do some damage, but not exactly as much as he wanted to. So touch of death actually does not as much damage as he would want it, or at least normally is what we see. Maybe he's just fine with the damage he outputs. Walling so he can stay in with Pantora for now. That's going to be a hard trick aside of it immediately. Serenity coming up in just a little bit. If he can get himself another maybe setup onto Pantora without a hard, she might be good. Pantora still has a Shield of Vengeance though, and he's just find a way to get the Shield of Vengeance out of Pantora. Serenity coming out right now. Could go for Shield of Vengeance. Actually goes for a slow. Shifu is going to dragon kick to him. Fist of Fury to follow. Fist of Flying. Karma could be available here. Could Karma this damage. It's going to Karma this oh my god. This Blessing Protection is going to blast the damage Karma back into Pantora. That could be huge amount of damage right here. He's going to bail out for a second, get a slow to Shifu into Fist of Fury while wings are up. If he can get a hard into Fist of Fury, he might be fine. Safe to take a proc for Pantora right now. Shifu out of defenses, could actually still go down. Boarding the hell out of the Pantora, trying to see if he can end him right here. Does he get a Hodge? Throwing down a hammer, didn't quite do enough damage to take him out. If he has a Hammer of Justice right now, this is over unless Shifu is the one with Alexu trinkets out of it. Trying to go for Fist of Fury. Is that going to be enough to kill him? That Hodge is going to be the end of him with full wings. That's going to be it right here. Big Templars and a Judgment to knock him down. Oh my god, he played for such a long game. Serenity is definitely not the play for Monks, man. I'll tell you right now. It doesn't feel like it's the play. Pantora taking so much damage out of Lucifer, however, without a defensive, he does slam down. Lucifer just getting those massive annihilates into him back to back to back. We'll have to see how long this fight goes. That fight went for 6 minutes, so I gotta give him credit in the running and the cutting and the resets, but it just didn't feel like he hit. Oh, out the rogue. Twinkle wink. Alrighty, man. We got some outlay in here from Muknathal. Okay, I see. Gonna be a stun into Lucifer. Did some damn good damage into Lucifer in the opener. Big numbers coming out. Getting the disarm during that, getting that dismantle during that metamorphosis. Lucifer has to go for self heals. If anything, trying to catch up to the rogue cannot. As pistol shots are just simply keeping him away the whole time. Stun onto Twinkle Wink. He's not gonna trigger this. He's gonna hold on for now. And Lucifer is trying to gain back health. He's going to trick it out of that stun. Twinkle could actually go for a blind if he wanted to. Oh, going to send a flame rolling at Twinkle from behind. But he got them concoctions. He got the sippy juice. Look at his health. He's doing just fine, man. Look at that healing that he's got. Lucifer got himself Spectral Side, tried to grapple on top of him, couldn't quite do it. Lucifer looking to get away from that between the eyes before it hits him. Tried to let up the comp points for between the eyes. Could he have a stun post this? Darkness coming down. Does he stun him? He does stun him. Does miss a bit of damage, but still gets enough to get through Lucifer. And taking him out right then and there. Neil getting in. Big War Breaker. Big Mortal Strikes. Big Bleed 10 stacked up onto Twinkle. Now it's going to be Guardian of Azeroth. Twinkle could vanish out of this if he wanted to. That Guardian is going to start slapping him around. Short gouge into Neil. Might just want to vanish to get the hell out of that situation. Blazestorm stacking up a massive bleed. You might just die to the bleed. Trying to get the hell out of there. Bleed is going to be up while he's vanished. Touch of death. No procking. Still bleeding? Oh, he got himself a bit of a crucible heal. Looks like he survives that one and does get himself a concoction rolling on top of it. If he was not touch of death, man, that was it. Because most outlaws in duels go for a bit of that sippy cup. They go for Iron Stomach, so you can get more value out of your heals. If it was not Iron Stomach, if it was Iron Stomach, that would have been it, man. That touch of death saved him by hair. And Twinkle's just gonna wait it out a little, get himself a second vial rolling too. That's so big, man. That's huge heals, honestly. That's huge heals. Is he gonna just reset? He's gonna just wait and Neil could come at him. He knows more or less where the rogue was at. You should have seen him poke out and make some concoctions, right? Sap to follow. Could have even read him a base storm, honestly. We'd get him out. Pull up into the Stormbolt, maybe. Cheap shot opener. For Neil. Look at how buffs does Twinkle get. No, doesn't even get a buff trinket. How's the trinket out of that Stormbolt immediately? That's going to be Warbreaker with Avatar for Neil. He could trinket out of this if he wanted to. He has so much damage ready. He wants to get that big Mortal Strike. Sharpen Blades in. But that's going to be Twinkle getting the hell out of there. He's able to get a couple auto attacks in. But he's not able to cash in on that big Mortal Strike. It looks like Sharpen Blade probably dissipated by now. The buff is most likely gone by now. Fear onto Twinkle. Doesn't have a undead Rachel to get through this. And Neil's just going to get the bleed rolling onto him. Oh, trying to charge. As he does use the port. What was that? He used that Warlock port on that charge. That was perfect. Stormbolt again. Neil is trying to get the bleed rolling. Trying to get the big Mortal Strikes in with slams in. Trying to keep the Rend rolling. And a Blaze Storm to keep the dots rolling onto Twinkle while getting some damage in. Parry for the Rogue, and Neil is just going to try to bail the hell out of it. Has a pair of his own if he ever needs to. That's still so much damage on the Rogue. Overpowers it, just going through the parry. Neil triggers out of the Disarm coming out. Doesn't have a way to deal with this Rogue for a bit. Could parry this himself right now. No! Died by the sword. Never got any uses. What was that? And Gimli is up next. Oh, his weapon kind of got bugged out. Yo, that weapon actually matches the amount. I kind of miss the mount, dude. I remember this back in the day. It's like a Hearthstone, Hearthsteed mount. What is it? What's the idea behind it? Was that supposed to be like a Titan relic mount or something rather? For Twinkle Wing, this is going to be a tough one, man. I guess a Paladin for Outlaw between Bubble, Bop, and everything. That's tough. That's actually legitimately tough. What kind of enchants are those new weapons? That's not the new one, is it? It's like the other enchant. It's like from WoW, I think, isn't it? Pretty sure it is. It almost looks like it's the new PvP enchant. Going to be a cheap shot onto Gimli. Into Between the Eyes to follow. Twinkle is just trying to get set up. Actually doing quite a number onto Gimli. It's going to be off the bat. Eye for an eye, but also Cloak out of Twinkle. So next Hammer of Justice is going to put him in a bad spot. Does get a Shield of Vengeance rolling. And Twinkle is going to bail the hell out of there. Gimli tried to stay on him with a blind to follow. Doesn't have a trinket. What did he trinket? He trinketed something way early. I don't even know. Did you trinket the first cheap shot or something? First Between the Eyes, maybe? Shield of Vengeance dissipates, and Twinkle is going to be able to catch a reset onto Gimli. With that Disarm, he actually might be able to still get a lot of value out of here, man. Because you got to just stay with Gimli. Stay on him and see him. Bob coming out immediately. And Twinkle is going to grapple hook out of there. Gimli doesn't have any way to stay on him. Does get a Hand of Freedom rolling. But that's really about it. He doesn't have anything. Shortest sap in the world. That's going to be super DR'd. He's going to be super stun DR'd. Shortest cheap shot ever. Still get himself a roll of the bones. Was that a good buff? Hard to tell. Trinkets out of that Hammer of Justice immediately, and Gimli doesn't send that stun for too long into a Disarm to follow. Twinkle is able to at least stop it from doing damage for a bit, but those wings are looking pretty mighty scary. Parry for one, but eye for an eye for the other. That's going to be some parry damage for Twinkle. And it's Bubble out of Gimli, though, trying to get himself a defensive rolling, maybe a little bit too early. But he blew through Bop and Bubble super quick, which might give Twinkle Wink. Oh, Twinkle Twink. Okay. I feel like I'm saying the name right, and then I started doubting myself at the last moment. But it's going to give him an opportunity to get a kill here. Cheap shot onto Gimli, trying to get the storm common points rolling. Doesn't have the best buff ever for duels, but he's still going to roll with it. Stun. That's going to be a Dwarven, Dark Iron Dwarven Rachel out of Gimli. That's going to be a Blade Dance out of Twinkle. Didn't want Gimli to get any kind of cast. Maybe he was trying to see if Gimli would get a cast heal, and he was going to Blade Dance on top of him and interrupt him. Oh! Using that Crucible Flame to get himself a nice setup. And Xavier charged at Twinkle. But that was a Vanished Sab before he actually got in combat, because he actually didn't hit Twinkle the whole time. That's going to be imprisoned onto the Rogue as he's trying to get himself a setup. Xavier definitely is going to go for a stun right here with an I-Beam Wombo combo. That's going to be a lot of damage. Blade Dance to follow. Crucible as well. Cloak Shadows for Twinkle as he's just trying to get himself a setup. Blind. Xavier triggers out of him immediately. Is Twinkle going to go for a stun? Maybe does he have enough? He's going to go for a bit of a heal with Warlock Hellstone. That's going to be Maledic, however. Grapple hook it out away from the Demon Hunter. Does he have enough here for a stun? Does stun him? Does he go for damage? Maybe he should go for just getting away from the guy. And that's going to be Immolation Aura, searing him apart. Didn't have a lot of health left at the end there. I just simply didn't have a lot of health left. If only Twinkle had more health, I would have just stunned and ran. And caught a reset or something. Because that Immolation Aura just obliterate you at the end. Then Mallet accept your healing, which is going to be a tough in this 52% dampener. I would have just ran. Stun onto Xavier. And Terrorblades, look at that healthy anymore. His health is actually below Xavier, even though Xavier popped his defenses, cooldown's a little bit early. Interrupt into Terrorblades, he does pop himself Darkness. And Xavier going to bail out of there. Terrorblade's going to fly up. Does he get a pot shot? Got it, one fell lance, two fell lance. Yo, Xavier's just giving him 3 fell lances. 2 fell lances. Oh, he's just going to go fly. He bonked his head on the ceiling. But he does get the kill there at the end. Oh my god. Yo, Terrorblades probably came in a little bit too fast, too furious. Too spaced out. His cooldown's just a little bit. Is next up Stony? Next up is Stony. I don't know if Xavier can heal, man. Xavier can't actually heal anymore, so you might as well get at him. 14 minutes in. Xavier versus Stony. Stony, you might as well just get in, man. Hey, you can kind of heal. But a 58% dampening, it's gonna be tough. Unless you just let him get an I-beam and just get some damage on you. I feel like it's the only way you'll be able to do it. Maybe he is actually trying to get at it, but he's a paladin. Wait, I think he is trying. I was thinking it was maybe just trying from the beginning. It just is a paladin. Maybe he doesn't want to burn his mobility because he'll need it for later. So he's kind of just has to do what he did here. I-beam coming in for Xavier. He's going to be able to get a lot of leech damage going. Stun onto Xavier, but does he see that Xavier doesn't have a trinket? Trinkets it super late and is trying to bail the hell out. Moves his way all the way to the other pillar and is trying to juke around Stony. Does set him within prison. And is going to fly as far as he can, just trying to range Stony. Does get a dip in the underside here of the platform. Stony get himself a couple flash heals while he's got eyes up and, or while he's got wings up and running. Xavier went for a full shadow meld actually, flying up in the air, trying to see if he maybe could dodge Stony's CC if he got anything. There's going to be Xavier putting himself up out in the open. Stony's going to help. Shield event is popping off, and I don't think there's anything he could have done there. By going for the fly up in the air, you actually put yourself in a vulnerable spot. Especially against a paladin who could just do a little bit of damage and then Templars were to cap you off. Demon Hunter versus Demon Hunter always makes me think of two kids screaming at one another while slapping with flat hands. No finesse, just if you're slapping. Kinda. How you doing, Niang? Hope you're having a good one, fam. Hope you're having a good one. That was a good duel, boys. That was a good one. Alrighty, man. Alrighty then. Let's save this one. Hopefully I did save the last one too. Hopefully I actually did save it, just because I'm so sad every time I don't. I have to root the audio. Never fun, man. 21 Stony versus Lucron? Come on, why do you want to bully? Why do you want to bully Lucron, man? Why do you want to bully Lucron? Lucron's such a nice guy, man. He fucked me up all the time with his red in the past. Yo, get my man Stony in there. Yeah, Paladins are nuts, man. Paladins are actually nuts. Good, doing good, man. Just jumped in, relaxed, and watching from the background. Hope you're doing good too, and got to level the classic rogue a little. I spent 30 minutes today on a single quest. It was tough leveling, man. Honestly, I feel like grinding mobs at this point gets me more value, but getting some of the, hopefully the quest turn in will give me a lot of XP. I haven't got to turn it in yet, but I'm gonna run at a point where I'm just kind of running back and forth and left and right and side to side on my rogue trying to do quests. I haven't hit Ratchet yet. I need to go visit Ratchet because I feel like in Ratchet I'll have a lot of quests there. So I might as well just hit up Ratchet. There's a rogue quest I need to do and a couple other quests there as well. I feel like that's going to be a lot of value. Plus they're probably going to be higher level than what I'm needed to do right now actually. I think I'm out leveling the place pretty quick. I'm almost level 20. Back and forth is classic for you? Yeah, it's just back and forth, man. But besides that, I got a hurricane in the US East Coast area coming up north. Hopefully it's not going to come straight north, because it looks like it's going to hit Florida, but if it starts veering off any more north, it's going to hit North Carolina area, and I live in that area as well, so hopefully it doesn't do that. If anything, it's going to be category 2 by the time it should hit us, at least that's what I'm predicting. But I'm kind of stressing. I've been trying not to stress over that recently. Paul, your level 60 drama think would happen? No, I did not. I know there's a major level to level 60. I don't know about if there's drama. I know the guys over at Method apparently were pissed. At least that's what I heard. I say allegedly. I heard it. I don't know if I know it. Look, I'm a good friend. Enjoy a sec playing with him. Nah, I think I'm going to call it here, boys. I had a lot of fun today. Lots of duels over in the day. I love the participation, boys. But because of the hurricane thing, I feel like I should go and get some videos cracking. I got an idea of how I want to deal with it. I'm just trying to prep, doing like a week's worth of prep before the hurricane gets really bad, boys. That's all I'm doing. Trying to make sure I prep. One more duel. Oh my goodness. I just joined. Whose group are you in, Chillbane? I don't even know whose group you're in, man. What is the drama behind it? I only heard, yeah, share with us drama. I'm interested. I only heard, the only thing I heard was sharing character. Was it character sharing? Like somebody playing the same character at all times? So like one person goes to sleep, the other person goes to play that character, continue playing. I was not the person with a gnome. Multi-million-dollar gaming company versus one sweet boy. He practiced leveling to 60 on private realms for many months before Classic came out. Method stood no chance. Is that what it is? Yeah, I heard about Method being a bit salty about the guy. I heard Method being salty. He did it solo, no sharing. Method said that, but it's a lie. But they're probably like it's probably not Method the company said it, but probably somebody that's partnered with Method, like a streamer, probably like he probably like I wouldn't be surprised if it was account sharing, because apparently the guy stayed up like 3 days just grinding. That's crazy, man. Actually, man, if you're in Florida, I understand. No, I'm not in Florida, but it looks like it's going to be heading north as well. So it looks like it's not going to slow down. It's going to be pretty bad all across the East Coast for a while, or at least the Southeast Coast, like Florida, Georgia, South Carolina, North Carolina. We'll see where it goes from there. The highest was 45 when you reached 60. They were way out of the league compared to the Mage. But yeah, I can imagine. That guy, dude, grats for him, man. Props for him. I like that there's somebody, and apparently people were also helping him too. Like people were inviting him into their layers where the mobs were for him to AoE grind. So he was just able to practice and really run it. I think it's awesome to have such a like a collaborative effort. You know what I mean? People helping out this one guy reach level 60 before a conglomerate. You know what I mean? Fucking reminds me of that goddamn fucking PewDiePie vs. T-Series shit. Like people fucking love the underdog, dude. People love a story of an underdog. It's the best. When he had 60, the highest of his was 46. That's insane. Yo, that guy, dude. I love it. That was his classic experience. He just ran, dude. Speedruns are insane. You don't need to be a pro for speedruns. It's all muscle memory, doing it over and over, and that's what this mage did. Oh, yeah. He just got himself, like, in the zone, dude, in the mindset. And it's like, it's not about putting hard effort. It's about putting smart effort. And you just practice it, practice it, practice it. People love the underdog. Do what you need to do. Alright, boys, thank you so much for coming by. Appreciate all of you. Thank you so much for joining me in the duels. Tomorrow, I might just take a day off just to do channel prep for the Hurricane. We don't know if it's going to knock power out. We don't know if we're going to start feeling it Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Hopefully, we don't. But Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, I got a plan. Maybe Saturday and Sunday. So there's a couple days I got a plan for. Mythical Swedish boy, dude. Congrats for him, man. Congrats for him. I think that was part of not dying or staying awake for 3 hours straight AoE grinding. Yeah, probably. But I think like you can get yourself in that mindset. You can get yourself like in the right headspace to truck along through it, dude. I feel like you can. I feel like you totally can. As long as you're like expending as little energy as possible. Maybe he practiced so much he's like sleepwalking, but he's like sleep playing the game. He's like knocked out, but he's like running around just AoE grinding mobs. But he's just so used to it because muscle memory. His hands are just twitching on their own. Exactly what he used to do. He's just been doing it for months. Just built himself up for it, man. You're gonna hurt, man. Pray for you. Thank you so much, boys. I'll see all of you next stream. Alrighty. Peace.